Yeah, can you hear me? Y'all still there? It's great, right? It's great. Hold on, y'all. Oh, wait, 1 second. Ooh. Bro, I feel like a Tuesday or like a wet Wednesday or something. It's been raining today. Do it feel like Sunday to y'all? 'Cause I don't know. Maybe I'm just tripping or something. What's up, Crystal? Oh, look how y'all come in now. I just did a voice group chat. Y'all wasn't even there. I was on there for about 20 minutes waiting on y'all. I said, look at these untiming Negroes. Hold up. What's up, my homie Bernard? What's good with you, man? Hey, bro, you got to show me some pictures over there. And you say you're in Tokyo, right? Is it Nagasaki or Tokyo? I don't even know if I got you in the Bernard. Do I got you in the Discord? Cause I don't think I can get you over there, man. We need to see what's over there, cuz I don't even know nobody in Tokyo right now, man. One of my homies was stationed over there for the military, but I ain't seen no pictures. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I said Okinawa, yeah, bro, yeah, man. Hey, man, add yourself if you can or if you want to, bro. You don't have to, but if you want to add yourself to the Discord, man, like I said, I'm bringing all the best people from over here there. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, bro, you can definitely add yourself, bro. Like I said, be a part of the community, cause I know sometimes you don't always get to catch the live. You know what I mean? So like I said, you good people's, cuz I'll have you over. Yeah, bro, I think tagged all y'all twice, bro. Or not tagged everybody. I think I tagged everyone, not y'all individually. I was like, bro, I'm going. I said, I'm trying to talk. Everybody was like, oh, we're talking today. And I said, all right, well, let's talk. Like, y'all playing, man. I'm trying to talk to y'all. They gonna play around. I said, well, then don't talk for you. Yeah, bro, if you want to add yourself, man, like I said, I haven't sent you the link. Like I said, you can add yourself in there, cuz. Not everybody's in here at the time I dropped the link, because I don't just add everybody and anybody. I add the best of the best, you know what I'm saying? I learned not to add everybody and anybody no more. Let's go set up somewhere else, man. We always in the same spot. Let's go somewhere else. How to fit looking, G? How to fit? Ooh, how to fit? How to fit? Ooh. Dominican Poppy today, boy. Yeah, MMC. Same MMC. We mainly talk over there anyway, so that's why I said like, yes, MMC. So yeah, that's why I said I put it in there. I don't know if y'all got it or not, but I tagged y'all. You know what I'm saying? And then I even told everybody, I said, let's talk, man. And I ain't said nothing, so I said, all right, well then don't talk. I said, I'll go live then. I said, I'm trying to show off my fit anyway, so I said, I'll go live, show people what I'm wearing. They'll appreciate it. People in these daggone cars, boys. I tell you. I said, I feel like that's like too low. Yeah, go ahead, click link, bro. Bernard, if you can, bro, if you want to, go ahead, click that link, bro. I add you in there. Like I said, I add the best of the best people, bro. I was just trying to add everybody at one point. I ain't doing that no more because sometimes people be a little, you know, it can be a little funny. Hold on. trying to find a good place to kind of like set up. What can I set up? Here? Can I set up here? That's it. Yeah, maybe. Just at least till I fix my leg, man. Hmm. Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah, yeah. Well, make sure y'all turn y'all notifications on every now and then. 'Cause like I said, y'all ain't gonna know when I'm saying something. I'm trying to go live. I started a new group in there. I hit up Antoinette today, and I invited everybody over at the encouragement or whatever. She gonna run that for me. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see a lot of your devotion and encouragement posts and stuff like that. I said she'll be the one that'll kind of, you know what I'm saying, run that for me. A lot of like the A Steve affirmations and, you know, like, good stuff. It'll be over there. So I got Antoinette running that for me. Um, I pretty much don't even want to touch it. I'm kind of like, I'm just letting y'all do it for me, so I don't got to no more, you know what I'm saying? Because I know y'all love doing it. Y'all better at it than me. I don't really have a passion to really do everything like I used to no more. So I'll let y'all do it for me, so I don't got to. You feel me? So that way it'll be easier on me, you know what I mean? Because it's more than just the Discord, you know what I'm saying? It's more than just one group. There's multiple groups, you know what I mean? We got the music group, we got the encouragement group, we got a little bit of everything, you feel me? So like, that's all I'm doing, man. It's just kind of stretching it out. Where can I sit at? I want to. How's that? Hold on. I don't know why it's so hard to find a nice spot just to sit up at. It's so hard. How's that? How'd I do? I guess it'll do for now. Just want to change my backdrop. I was in the same backdrop. I get tired of it. We probably did. We probably lost 2 members. I don't know. Yeah, we definitely lost a member. Somebody got exiled out of there today. So I be trying to tell people, I said, bro, learn to have respect, man. I don't mind doing stuff where everybody's on, but I said, bro, learn to have respect, dude. You know what I'm saying? I said, don't come over here on no tomfoolery. Like, we don't do that. You know what I'm saying? So I said, sometimes, like I said, I know people be cool, they be excited, but I said, but you gotta abide by the rules. You know what I'm saying? That's the same way with the channel. Like I said, I got my posting ready last night prohibited because I was trying to advertise the 24-hour live stream music. You know what I'm saying? I just told y'all sometimes ready to do that if you don't read their guidelines, and I didn't read they. Sometimes I can get away with it. Some communities I can post in there, they won't say nothing, and then I might post again, then they might strike my content. You know what I'm saying? So I got another strike on my Reddit last night because they was like, yeah, you got to remove because it goes against what they guidelines. They're not trying to advertise music. I said, well, I just advertised music on this page the other day, but I can't be mad at it because I'm like, they did say that they can't, they did say that they don't take that, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I said, because I didn't follow the rules, I got knocked out of there too. So that's why I tell you, you got to follow people's rules, man. I make it very simple. It's not hard, you know what I'm saying? Like Reddit's kind of hard because you kind of have to find where they have the rules posted, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody's community different. But mine is like super simple. It's like, dude, just don't be a nigga. That's all I ask people. Don't be a nigga. Don't be weird. You know what I'm saying? And that's too much harder. It's too hard to do. So yeah, sure did. Remember, I told y'all, man, I'm not playing no more, man. Just be cool. Don't come over here, man, because I don't want to do that stuff. But I said, when people come over here doing that old passive aggressive, want to be a victim stuff, I got to throw you, man. I don't got time for that. I don't have time. I'm not dealing with no more people like that. I done been in enough relationships where I done dealt with women like that. I'm not dealing with no Negroes or nobody else. I'm done. So, no, I'm done with that. I mean, when I first had this channel, man, people was getting exiled over here left and right all the time, man, because they couldn't shut up. They just kept doing stuff, you know what I'm saying? And so sometimes it was people, it was like they second or third offense. They just kept doing stuff. And I'm like, you know what? I ain't going to talk to you more than 2 times. The first time I understand, maybe people don't understand. You know what I'm saying? The second time is like, all right, bro, that's your warning. That's usually why most companies will give you your 3 strikes. You know what I'm saying? You on your 3rd strike, they done with you because they don't want to keep talking to you. I mean, now they petty with it, you know what I'm saying? But It used to be they had that three strikes rule, man. Because like I said, sometimes they had to set the boundaries, man. Because if you keep talking to the same person, they're gonna keep doing the same thing. I said I don't. I told you I don't really have pleasure in doing that. I really don't, man. But I said, but when people can't act right, man, I'm gonna have to throw you. Man, I don't got time for that, bro. You know what I'm saying? I told people don't be on no fanboy activity. Don't come over here acting funny. Don't do that stuff, man. Like I love everybody. I still got love for you when I throw you. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, I just can't have that in my community. I'm not dealing with that no more. You know what I'm saying? I said one thing we definitely don't deal with is attitudes. I don't deal with no attitudes. I ain't did nothing to you, so you don't come over here like that, then you don't need to be over here. You ain't supposed to be over here in the first place. So I'm like, some people just was never supposed to be over here. You feel me? What up, Mike? Yeah, it's just like that's how it go, man. You know what I'm saying? So I told people, man. Again, I told people on here. I told people personally, literally personally. I hear people love. I was like, hey, man, you know, kind of chill. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? And then they still come back doing the same thing. I'm like, well, dude, I'm not your mama now. I ain't gonna play with you. Bye. Like, go. Don't come there. If you knew anything about Daddy, man, Daddy did not like to repeat himself more than once, dude. If he got to repeat himself more than once, it's gonna be a problem. And that's the same way I am, man. I said I understand why I'm the same way, because when you have to keep saying the same thing, it's like, bro, people trying you, they playing. It's like I'm not trying to play with you. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to play with nobody over here. I said, bro, I just want to have a great community where we all can come in, we all can enjoy. You know what I'm saying? This channel's great, man, because we got a lot of good new people over here. You feel me? Like now, Jay the Great, he texts me, say, where you at, bro? I'm like, bro, y'all like 25 minutes late. I try to call y'all. Y'all ain't want to come in there. So y'all gonna have to wait now. See? You have Negro time and it's gonna be different. So yeah. But yeah, I told people, man, come on, bro. Pay attention. I said, bro, I got mad love for everybody, man. You know I do. You feel me? I do care about people, what I said, but I don't care about people enough to keep playing, bro. I don't have time for that. Stuff is just it gets on your nerves. So, as I said, I'm more worried about protecting the many than the few. You know what I mean? I said because every time you try to protect the few, man, you ruin the many, bro. I don't got time for that. You know what I mean? So I said, stuff don't stop over here. There's been people that's been thrown out before. We still going strong. Like, we ain't got time for that. You know? So that stuff got to stop, man. It's like mad annoying. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say stuff for a reason, man. So again, people don't get their feelings hurt. Cause I said, if you don't deal with your life, man, you gonna get your feelings hurt over here. Like, I don't really care about none of that. So that's why I said, if I hurt your feelings, I'm like, bro, I ain't trying to, but some people do. And that's why I said I ain't gonna bash nobody. I said, you know, unless you come over here like on some keep trying stuff, you feel me? But I said I ain't married nobody, I ain't got no issues, you feel me? What's happening, cuz? Why is it when I go live, y'all closer to the party, bro? And then when I do the voice chat, y'all ain't nowhere to be found. I was in there for 25 minutes. I was like, I mean, I know people like doing stuff. So I was like, all right, they got Negro time, and I'm going live, man. So I can show off my fit. Y'all take it all day. Yeah, I tagged everybody. I don't know if y'all seen it or not. Man, bro, y'all literally like 30 minutes too late. We'll probably do it again. You know, it's still early, so we'll probably get on there again tonight. I ain't gonna be on here too much longer anyway. So, you know, I say that and I'll be on here until like 1 in the morning, at least 11:48 or so. You feel me? Another 6 hours or so. But depending on how long I am on her, I'll probably get off. You know what I'm saying? We'll go over and talk. You know what I mean? What's up, Lady C? Again, I'm not. Again, for real. I ain't trying to do these all nighters no more like I used to. I don't really like that. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm just kind of focusing on some other stuff. So again, I'm trying to get the Discord going back again. You know what I'm saying? Like 12 of us talking at one time. You feel me? Like I said, we got about 50 people. You know, you win some, lose some. You know how it goes. No, I told you. I just said it. I said if I get out here early, we'll go over there. I'm not gonna be over here all day. It's still early, man. It's like 6 o'clock. Like, come on, man, chill. What's up? That's my girl right there. What's up, Aaliyah? What's good with you? I know you Afro Latino. You say I'm gonna get it right. Cuban. You said Cuban. Well, today me no black papi, me Dominican. Me no black papi, me Dominican. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Like what? Bobby got shot. Say it again. Hey, bro. I was about to post something to the chat today. I took a little TikTok right after I took a picture of my fit, and I had the Uncle Ruckus music in the background. And I sound just like Uncle Ruckus the way I do my voice. And I had a broom, 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 broom. I said, boy, I'll tell you, it's not always about that nigga talking about what they know, the Lord, like they know. I said, where we gonna stop trusting these high yellow African jungle bunny Negroes to keep talking? Ali talking about ain't no Vietnamese there call me nigga. Why I call you a nigga all the time? Nigga. Hey, bro, I almost posted. I posted on my Snapchat. I said, I think I'll post it on the rest of my social media. Because I was in the moment. I was going to get some food. It sounded just like he said, well, Lord, I imagine. I'll tell you, every time one ain't never talk. Oh, my gosh, bro. Yeah, we got the greats coming here, man. Literally the great, Jay the Great. I just seen it. It's the great. He's here. Like, honey, look at him. What, honey? What is it? It's him. Him who? It's Jay the Great. He's here. He's here, baby. He's here. And he got one of them type of names that's like at a concert or something when they be like, and now after the band starts playing and they doing that, he said, and now here's your host, the man with the roast, Jay the Great. He come out like dancing, doing like the. That's like a medieval royalty name right there, boy. Like Sir Francis of Naples, Sir Timothy of Wessex, and Jay the Great from the United States. Oh man, hold on. What's good with y'all, man? Miss Aaliyah Chavez, how you doing? Why don't y'all hit me in the chat, man? Y'all be all quiet and stuff, man. I tried to talk to all y'all 30 minutes ago, man. You ain't trying to say nothing. Afro-Cuban. I like Afro-Cuban. Hey, I'm talking to you, mommy. Me no africano, americano. Me es cubano. Hey, órale. Órale. Café. Pobrecito, mamacita. Put on my Afro-Cuban music. You know they always hit the cowbell. It's like the. He said, paraíso no hay, paraíso no hay, paraíso no hay. Sin salsa, yeah, porque son salsa, no paraíso. That's my song right there, boy. Paraíso no hay, paraíso no hay, paraíso no hay, sin salsa. Over here at HD, we get down. What's up with y'all lagging, man? Y'all ain't pay y'all phone bill? If y'all don't watch me, you gotta be up to date, man. You gotta have 5G or everything. You can't be on 3G. But 3G was like so 2007, cuz. I'll be talking to some of y'all, bro. I'll say something. I'll say a joke. 5 minutes later, I'm talking about the seriousness or something. Somebody in there, ha! I'm like, bro, you like 5 minutes too late. I'm like, what service are you on? Russia? Like, bro, what? I'll say something like, y'all play too much. And I'm start talking about, yeah, man, the goodness of God. And he's like, you play too much, Steve. I'm like, bro, why you lagging so much? I was like, what server are you on? I think somebody always it's LB. LB does it and Denise will do that. They like way behind. I don't know why. Like there's like way behind. I said, all right, yeah, I'm about to end the live stream 6 hours later. You're funny, Steve. I'm like, bro, what did I say? And I was like, bro, I said that like 10 minutes ago. I'm like, what y'all got Boost Mobile? Like, bro, what y'all Cricket? You on Verizon. Can you hear me now? Are both y'all on Verizon? Where my T-Mobile gang at? Cuz where my T-Mobile people? T-Mobile better than y'all. The bill ain't, but y'all gotta keep up with Steve, man. I'm moving at like 1,000,000 miles an hour, so if y'all can't keep up, boy, y'all gonna be lost. Nah, man, T-Mobile is cold, bro. What you talking about, man? You pay less and you still get better service. I got T-Mobile One, so I can get service anywhere in the United States. Can y'all? Nope. I think Daddy had Verizon, man. He always went with Verizon. He always had problems with him. I said, yeah, because you got Verizon. Don't go with them. I said, I got T-Mobile. T-Mobile's better. Better than AT&T. It's better than Verizon. Yes, sir. You go, see? Even that man understands. Better than all them other gangs, bro. Part of the T-Mobile gang, you feel me? You feel me? Hey, riddle me this. Hey, now y'all membership to the Discord depends on this. Mike and Krista, y'all already out, so what phone do y'all have? Do you have an iPhone or do you have an Android? And you better have the right answer. You better have the right answer. All my iPhone users say what's up, bro. You got an iPhone? Type it down in the chat below. And remember, I have the will to moderate this. So yeah. By the time I finish typing, you be on the next topic. You fast. I know I be fast. I'm sorry. Just what y'all want me to do? Y'all want me to talk like old buddy that don't like me? Well, today's topic is the beast of times. Talk like Stevie from Back in the Middle. You guys are literally the worst people in the world. And although I make you lightheaded, I can't do that. That really hurts your head. Dang, I'm lightheaded, bro. See, I can't talk. That's why I said I can't talk slow. I gotta talk fast. Bravado? What's bravado? I mean, is that in Colorado? What is it? Bravado, Colorado? What's up, homie? What's good with you, man? Hey, see, Jay the Great. That's the reason why his name is Jay the Great. He got an iPhone. See, all the greats in history had an iPhone. Hey, if he does you better, Pastor Dory had an iPhone. Even that man understood quality tech. So if Pastor Dory has an iPhone, you should have an iPhone. See, like father, like son, and now like Jay the Great. Why can't y'all be more like him? See, you see how great minds think alike. Literally, no pun intended. iPhone gang, hey, that's what I see. All the best people got iPhones. Miss Chavez got one too. You Android, y'all the ones that be behind. Falling over and sounding like a daggone UFO, man. You ever try to video talk with somebody that got like an Android dude? It's like security camera footage, man. I remember Joe used to have an Android one time. That's when we used to do Snapchat when we was younger. Bro, I thought he was taking his from like security footage or something. Like his video was so bad, bro. I said, why is Snapchat video so bad on Android? You know, it'd be like static. You're like, I said, bro, what are y'all filming y'all stuff on, cuz? Yes, sir. iPhone. That's what I'm saying. I've never heard of bravado before. That must be in another state or something. I don't know what that is. I went to Colorado. They put me on their own service because they ain't got no T-Mobile out there. So we was in Colorado. They put me on like some type of Colorado service. I was like, man, what? I ain't never heard this before. It was out there in the middle of the cornfields. I was like, bro, this is like the racist network 101. Welcome to the clan connection. How can we help you? Hey, bro, can you imagine? Because I'm like, I don't know no website. I don't know no phone service, man, that was named that, bro. I'm like, would you like to upgrade? I don't like Darky's package for $2,200,000. Our package deals. I don't like darkies. I really don't like darkies. I extremely don't like darkies. Darky phobia extreme. How can we help you today, sir? Oh my god. So, boy, I ain't never heard no crappy signal like that. Nah, I don't look bad on iPhone, bro. It looks like, I look like it on Android, dude. Even y'all emojis are different. I said, y'all emojis are the Coca-Cola to Pepsi, you know what I'm saying? Or whichever one's better, I don't know. Bro, Androids are like small Samsung TVs, bro. I seen one girl, she put a case on her already big old Android. It was like a muffin case. I said, girl, that's a whole book. She was carrying around a whole book and it was a phone. I'm like, is that a tablet? She was like, that's a phone. I said, how you put that in your pocket, bro? This girl got a basic ebook as a phone. I was like, cuz, this is a Kindle Fire or something. Like, bro. I said, that's y'all phones, bro? Bro, dude. Emojis be looking like Sesame Street characters, bro. I'm like, man, y'all stuff is so old, bro. Last girl I talked to, like I said, she had an Android. That's why I said when I see Green Bubble, I said, oh man, she one of them. She one of them, bro. I said, yep, she for the streets. This ain't gonna turn out to be long. That's why I was sending that message. She's like, oh, I didn't get it. I said, yeah, you know why? Because you got an Android. That's why. Homie was always like, hey man, he said, I ain't get the message in the group chat. And then right when he would say that he would get the message along with the rest of us because we all had Androids, I said, we would get the message right there. He would get the message like 20 minutes later. It's like the worst people I've ever known, man, literally had an Android. But my ex had an Android. She was... They be sending stuff, and it comes up as like, not found, because y'all, their emojis sometimes don't register on the iPhone thing. So I'm like, you don't know what they're trying to say. I'm just like, bro, what is this alien language here? I don't know what this is. Southern Oklahoma, I ain't never heard that before. Y'all know I love y'all no matter what y'all phone is. I mean, we went to me and Mama went to a gospel concert in Atlanta. And y'all know Travis Green, right? Travis Green was there. And so he was like, he was telling a super serious story about like his kid and stuff. He's like, you know, my kid was rushed to the hospital and stuff like that. Or something like that. And he was like, yeah, he said, so I got this song because he said later I FaceTime my wife. He said, you know, because I'm an iPhone user. And so everybody was like, yeah, they had the crowd. They was like, boo. He said, yeah, I can FaceTime my wife because I got an iPhone. He said, that's a little inside joke. Everybody started laughing. And everybody's like, yeah, iPhone. He was like, boo, no iPhone. I said, yep, the ones with the Androids are the ones with the cheap seats. Oh, man. Look, Mike defended his Android. He defended that Android to the max, boy. I mean, they're not bad phones. It's just I don't really know how to work them. I'm used to mine, like iPhones. I just feel like it's more simple. So, if it wasn't for an iPhone, we wouldn't have this vlog channel. Because if I had an Android, I probably would have never took this video. I mean, I was depressed before. Like I said, I was already kind of going through a breakup. I was already sad, so I'm like, if I had an Android, that would have made it worse. Oh, look at my phone. Everything sucks. Imagine having an Android on Cricket service. Like, oh my God, that would suck. I love y'all though, no matter what your phone is. I don't even know what I'm gonna get on there and talk about tonight, y'all. I just wanted to kind of talk because y'all didn't want to answer the group chat when I was on there, so I said, you know what, the regular people on YouTube will talk to me. I said, watch them all come in pouring one by one. That's exactly what y'all do. I said, also, y'all can click YouTube, but y'all can't click the link to talk. Y'all was the main ones talking about when we gonna talk again. I told y'all we was gonna talk today. I'm sitting here for 25 minutes. I'm like, okay, maybe it's still early. And then I'm still sitting here. I'm just like, yo, are they on the same chat? I'm like, did I make a new channel? Am I on the encouragement channel that nobody's on yet? And I said, nah, I said, they just don't care about it because it's not special to them. It's not relevant. Until I go to YouTube, and then all of them start pouring in, and they won't talk. I said, but y'all just be, y'all like literally the worst, dude. For real. Don't ask me again when we're going to talk, and I'm not going to take it serious. Hold on one second. One second here. See how y'all don't love Steve, man? Y'all only love Steve because I go live and give y'all what y'all want. Y'all don't love me genuinely. After I got off live stream yesterday, bro, I couldn't go to sleep yesterday because I was on my, well, I already took a nap, and then I was on my phone for a little bit. I stayed up all the way till like 6 in the morning, dude. I had to be up at like 7 for church. You feel? I had to get ready and stuff. I couldn't go to sleep. So I took my little nightly stroll and whatever. And so one of my friends, she hit me up. She said, hey, what you doing for Thanksgiving? She said, if you ain't, she said, I know how you out of state and stuff, but she was like, she said, yeah, if you ain't doing nothing, she said, yeah, we having like a big old event over here. She was like, yeah, I would love to invite you. Like, people here, they thoughtful. They're really thoughtful about you. And so she was like, yeah, I would love to have you come and stuff, like, if you want to. I said, girl, I got about three other places to go to as well. I said, add that to the roster. That's about 4. I said, I got about 4 places to go get. And I said, that's just so thoughtful, man. People just love you. They don't look at y'all. I'm just like, man, y'all treat me like I'm so common. Like, y'all don't even care. People want me to come and break bread with them, literally, man. And then I'm sitting here trying to break bread with y'all. Y'all can't even show up to the call. I'm just like, see, don't ever say I ain't did enough for y'all. Yeah, because Steve, when we gonna call each other again? And I'm trying to bring the life back in the chat, and then y'all just sitting there looking at me. I was like, yeah, see, that's exactly why I don't. Who's even still here, bro? Because even EE hit me up. She was like, when y'all gonna do it again? And I said tomorrow, which technically is today. And so she hit me up. I said, hey, we about to go in a little bit. I said, hey, like, we about to go again, you know what I'm saying? Like, or right now. And then that's when I did it. Nobody said nothing. So I was just like, maybe the service bad, or maybe it's still early. Because they kept saying, they said, oh, well, I got stuff to do, so I might not be able to talk that long. I was like, well, I'm gonna try to go early so everybody can. I go early, y'all don't say nothing. I was like, all right, you know what? Don't ask me ever again. Nope. You've had your chance. Y'all had your chance. Nope, never again. Yeah, we're gonna chop it up. Like I said, we ain't gonna be here too long. Like I said, I just wanted to kind of go live just to see. It's a test to see if y'all gonna show up. Yeah, y'all show up in the chat, but y'all show up over here. So look at these two-faced, backstabbing, conniving. Look at them. Who's even here, yo? I see Mike. I see Jay. I see. Yeah, her name is not EE. It's E. Is it E high? Like E-I-E-I-O. Like an honest form, he had a duck E-I-E-I-O with a quack here, with a quack there, quack here, quack there, quack everywhere. Old McDonald had a form. Like E-I-E-I-O. He said, face the wall, face to the wall. Oh, she said, old McDonald. He said, nah, I don't feel that so. Say from yourself. Oh, McDonald had a form. E-I-E-I-O. And on that farm she had. Hold on. You guys are the worst, man. Who's even there? Well, EA ain't here yet. And there's a lot of people that come over here, man. Yeah, can y'all resend that link for him, Crystal, that Discord link? Yeah, I got you, bro. Don't worry, bro. I got you. They're gonna send it again. If you see it again, just click it. You know what I'm saying? See, only the exclusives get to get in there. Is it E-he? So, how did she say it was? It was E-he or E-E? Because I don't know. E. She said EI, like AI. Like, is it EI? AI? Said, well, EI, EI. Did I do that? Did I do that? I don't even know what he was saying. He said 3 people in here. Lady C, you still here? Mrs. Aaliyah Chavez, you still here? Who's here, man? Somebody else said it was in. I don't even know, bro. At this point, I don't even care. Y'all leave and I don't even know about it. And y'all come back like I'm back. I'm like, bro, I didn't even know you was gone. I can't see you. I'm like, yeah, what's it to you? What are you telling me? Ow. Mm. Yeah, what's good? Did you ever try halal food before? Ain't halal like that? That's like that chicken, I think, like that Muslim chicken or something like that. I don't know if it's like just a chicken, but we used to buy a lot of that. We were like, we had our like little restaurant and stuff like that because it was like I think it was cheaper or it was I think it was the way they manufactured it or something like we would get a whole bunch of that. I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was just like I remember the name like halal or whatever. Mm. How's this? It's supposed to be whole chicken and beef, but it's pretty organic. Yeah, I think that's the one. I don't know. We would get that from the Restaurant Depot all the time. Like when we went to Restaurant Depot. That's why we got all our stuff, man. 100-pound bag of rice, 100-pound bag of sugar, or 50-pound bag of sugar, all of that. You feel me? All the chicken, the rice and beans, seasonings, everything. You feel me? So I seen a lot of these like type of produce and stuff like that. Stuff do be pretty, be pretty good. That's what we went at when we was doing that emergency preparedness workshop or whatever. Like that's what we always went over there, man. That's what we got all our stuff, man. I tell everybody, I'm like, forget Walmart and Kroger. I say you need to go somewhere like that, like real restaurant places. They got the big quantity supplies. I say you need that stuff, man, because they got like bulk type orders and stuff. You need that. And the prices wasn't even that bad. I don't know how they are now, but they wasn't that bad back then. So, um, you know what I'm saying? I think 100-pound bag of rice wasn't nothing but like I think $50 or so. Like it wasn't even that expensive. Like, I think so. Mm. So yeah, what's up, Sabrina? Long time no see. Y'all just come in one by one, man. I told you, y'all show up whenever y'all want to. Y'all, I can't tell if y'all the best or if y'all the worst, bro. Like y'all just, it's whatever at this point. I don't even care no more. Like, I don't even care no more, bro. Well, whoever's a support base is here. It don't even matter to me. Don't matter to me. I'm like, you know what? Just show up. Don't show up. I don't care. I say that, but on the inside, I'm hurting. I'm hurt because y'all don't love me like y'all used to. Yeah, that's why I said we got a great community. You know what I'm saying? We got great people, good people. Yeah, that's why I said I want to keep it that way, man. Definitely want to protect our folk. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, if y'all see any if y'all see any like any concerns, man, or any suspicious activity or anything like that, like I said, let me know, man, because I'm trying to protect our people, man. I don't want to have people going through stuff in here like that, man, like getting harassed or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? We got weirdos, our people like that is just making a scene, bro. Like I don't like that stuff. So, like I said, let me know if something's going on. You know what I'm saying? But hold on. This is. The service started. That's why I said it's already on there. Ain't it? You're already in there. It's still early too. I realized like when I used to do this, man, we used to do this at like 7 o'clock, like my time, 7 o'clock, and whatnot. So That's why I said like it's still kind of early. Like it gets dark fast, so it look like it's late, but it's still kind of early. You know what I'm saying? So I be forgetting like people's lives don't change just because it get dark earlier. Like they still working out, they still enjoying family time. It's Sunday, everybody got the itis, so they still sleep. You feel me? Like sometimes you gotta just wait a little bit, man, so people can talk. So I don't really. I like to do stuff early because I try to be common courtesy because I don't know like if somebody is they got work or they got school or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But you know, most of the time I'm just like I try to work with everybody's timing, but some people just gonna have to miss it, or some people just gonna have to catch the next one, or maybe sometimes we might just have to reschedule it. I'm trying to just do something, man, where everybody can have time to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes it's good that everybody can't come in right now. Because like I said, we got about 50 or so people in there. We can't have 50 people in there talking at one time. It's just too much. I think the most we had was like 12 or 13 at one point, man. Like everybody was talking. You know what I'm saying? Which wasn't bad. You know what I'm saying? Like most people were spectating in the background. But at the same time, it's just like that's just way too many people. You know what I mean? It's just way too many people to just talk. But uh, I see y'all in there. Y'all there? I'm just chilling, man. Like I said, I just be cool and chilling, cool. And make sure we stay cool and chilling, man. That's what it's all about, man. Let's keep those peaceful vibes going, bro. Let's keep that stuff going, so we ain't gotta, what I'm saying, keep dealing with people, man, and hearing weirdos and all that type of stuff, man. You feel me? I just want people to understand, like, bro, when you come over here, like, bro, just be respectful. You know what I'm saying? Just be cool. Like, that's all I want. You can stay there. You can be in there. You feel me? But I said when stuff's going on, man, and you don't, I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said I don't want to have to throw nobody. But I told people beforehand, man, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there was people I threw off his channel before, you know what I'm saying? Like, I threw somebody off his channel because they was kind of, I mean, they wasn't bad, but they was just a little extra, you know what I'm saying? And so I thought they was over here harassing one of my people, which she turned out to be the worst. But in order to protect her, I was like, well, let me just go ahead and just get rid of this person because I don't want them feeling like that they getting harassed or somebody messing with them, you know what I mean? And then when I realized that this girl was just dramatic and she was mad at everything, I was like, I went ahead and just threw her instead. And I told her girl, you're like, you cool, you come back and just don't start stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like, just don't be over here with that tomfoolery like you was earlier. Like, don't do that stuff, man. You feel me? That's all. I do stuff for a reason. Like, bro, everybody has stuff for a reason. There's rules in play. There's guidelines in play, man, to protect yourself and to protect others. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, if everybody coming over here funny or they coming over here weird, I'm gonna get moved. And I'm just like, it's gonna be hard to have a great time, bro. I said I don't like being frustrated on stuff that I'm trying to do. That's why I don't like this channel that much, because people mess it up. You know what I'm saying? They kill the mood and the fun time. You know what I mean? And I'm like, it's hard to kind of really do what you want to do when you got people that's just, you know what I'm saying, just sloppy. You feel me? So I really don't like to, you know, get involved with that. The Discord is the one place I was like, I made so we can all get away from that. You know what I'm saying? We can't escape weirdos in real life all the time, but we can definitely go to a place where they not. That's why I was like, I know a place where we can all go, you know? He said, I know a place, such a magical place, where we can all be together, indoors, indoors, indoors. Take it away, Penny. Like I said, Steve's Discord is a magical place where we can all get away from weirdos and Negroes. So that's why I said I just want people to just be a part of that, you know what I'm saying? So when I see people kind of acting funny, I'm like, bro, it really just throws it off, man. And I don't want to kill the mood. That's why I said I don't want to argue with you. I don't want to hurt your feelings on that, you know what I'm saying? But I said, but I have to say stuff for a reason, bro. And I said, if I hold one person accountable to the rules, if I'm holding myself accountable, I gotta make sure I do that with everybody else. You ain't special, so I just say it like that. Like I said, I ain't gonna bash you. I ain't gonna knock you up. As long as you ain't, if you messing with people, then I will. But I said, if you just kind of just not it, or you just doing too much, I'm like, I'm just gonna throw you. I ain't gonna say nothing about you. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna talk about you. But, you know what I'm saying? But I tell people, I say, hey, man, there's a reason that we got to do stuff like this, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to keep this community pure, you got to make sure you have only the pure ones over here. And when somebody starts getting unpure, they better get right or they're gonna get thrown. You know what I mean? So. Yeah, I had to, man. That's why, because like I said, if you don't deal with people like that, like I said, people be getting a little, you know what I'm saying, how people can lean to their own understanding, or they kind of just, people gonna do whatever you let them do. So if you don't start now, I said, they gonna mess stuff up, man. They can mess with your people, you know what I'm saying? And I said, when somebody has an off spirit or off vibe, like they throw off the whole rhythm of what we trying to do, you know what I'm saying? Because that happened, man. I told you, like we had somebody trying to come in, and we in there talking, man. And then, like I said, they came in because they was coming back from something, and then they seen what was going on, and they left out. And so then I was just like, you know what, people leave out all the time, but I kind of knew. I said the vibe was off. And then they hit me personally. They was like, hey, they was like, I'll try to join tomorrow or whenever you do it again. They said it's just too much going on in there right now because somebody in there talking crazy, in there, you know what I'm saying, cussing and F-bombing all over the place, you know what I'm saying? And so, again, I don't care because, like I said, I mean, you should talk like that, but I said, I don't care because it don't really bother me because I've been around that my whole life. So I'm like, I'm not going to pretend like that. I ain't never said none of these words. They don't bother me. But I said, but some people are really fragile and sensitive, man. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to hear all of that, you know what I'm saying? And so I'm like, that right there was easily enough to kind of, offend somebody. And they was like, hey, I don't really want to, I don't really want to be in there right now. They said it's just, it's a little bit too R-rated language, you know what I'm saying? And I said, that's exactly why I had to write up the PSA and let everybody, because I let everybody know this, man. Again, I'm not trying to single nobody up, but I said I have to let newcomers know this and everybody know, because I'm like, everybody, it goes for everybody. I said, it's not singling people out, it's for everybody. But I was like, because, usually I'll say something, I'm like, if it's somebody first time, I'm like, okay, maybe people don't understand. I'm like, I ain't trying to be like that, but you know what I'm saying? But you just gotta let people know, and I respectfully let people know that, you know what I'm saying? And then people just, they don't change, they keep doing the same thing, you know. And so I did tell people, I said, hey man, don't be on no fanboy activity, don't be doing that type of stuff, man. You feel me? And they come over here doing that, and I'm just like, bro, don't do that, you know. And so I'm just like, respectfully, I said, when people come over like it, I don't hate you. I ain't mad. Like I said, I really, listen, man, Steve don't hate nobody, bro. I really don't. I may not dislike people strongly. Like I said, when it comes to Hebrew Israelites, like Negroes talking on me and my family, I don't hate nobody because I can't hate you. I hate what you do. I hate the fact that you won't shut up. I said, but I don't hate you personally as a person. I just strongly just don't like you. But I said, it doesn't mean that I have to tolerate you. I put up with it, you know what I'm saying? And that's why I said, I'm not going to let people ruin the mood over here anymore, man. A lot of times I was cool, and I was kind of just, because I didn't want to seem like a tyrant, because I'm not your daddy, man. I don't treat people like you my child, but I realize sometimes why you have to, man, because when you don't, I mean, people just kind of get a little out of control, man. I ain't having that stuff over here, man. People be on conspiracies over here, be all weird, and won't be in your DMs with that nonsense. Like, I don't do that stuff, man. I said, you come where everybody else is. Like, you don't come over here at all. They can't do it, we didn't get out. Like, I'm going to say to you. Hold on. Yeah. That's why I was saying, I was like, bro, it's never actually been like that, you know what I'm saying? Because like I said, that's the first time that, we having new people come in. That's the first conversation we had in a minute. So I'm figuring like everybody's kind of mature, you know what I'm saying? Like people ain't tripping all the time, you know what I'm saying? Because, some people are just like, oh my gosh, like, oh. And like sometimes people be over the most, you feel me? What's up, EE? Look, y'all all late. See, I did the group chat like you wanted, and y'all didn't even show up. Now y'all come in 35 minutes later. Nope, never again. Nope. Don't ever ask me to talk again, and y'all can't show up on time. I cannot stand late Negroes. Nah, we'll do it again. Like I said, it's early today. I'm not gonna be here that long, hopefully. So like I said, it's only like 6 o'clock, so we'll get off. All right, E, I'm so sorry if I keep butchering it. Can I just call you E? Is that fine? I'll just call you E. Because I know you hate me, but I told you, people call me Stephen all the time. I hate when people call me that. So then I'm just like, yeah, look at me. I don't even like people pronouncing my name wrong, and I'm pronouncing your name wrong. That is so offensive. I can be really offensive sometimes. I'm so sorry. Like I said, there's no bigger Negro than Steve. What's up, Janice? Ain't nobody a bigger Negro than Steve, bro. I'm one of the biggest hypocrites you gonna find, bro. I tell you don't do something, but I gonna do the same thing. uh, mm, 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 mm. Like I said, y'all can attest to that, boy. I said, Janice can attest to that. She hears me all the time tell people stop talking crazy, and then I'm talking crazy. Like he's a hypocrite. Like, he's a hypocrite. Whoa, he's a hypocrite. Whoa, 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 he's a hypocrite. Yes, please teach me again, because I don't know. I feel like I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I butcher languages so much. I feel like if I did go to Nigeria and I was trying to pronounce all their stuff, they would probably like hurt me. They would probably stomp me. Like, this is the last time I tell you, do not pronounce my tribe that way. If I swear, if I have to tell you one more time, it is going to be repercussions. Now, the way we say it is the Zato, not Xanta. Zato. Say it. So listen, you don't want to get on the Africans' bad side. It's going to be, oh man, it's going to be a lot to pay. I swear, if you mess up my name one more time, I shall take you over and drown you in the water. One more time, Steve, I would not play with you. You make sure you respect my tribe. You respect our culture. You respect. That'll be the time you'll see Steve square military. Like, yes, sir. Yes, sir. No, 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 sir. I won't do that again. No, 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 I won't do that again. But yeah, back to what I was saying. What was I saying? Dang on it. That is how they talk, though. He's a rebel warrior. One tribe, one time. Hey, man. But yeah. But yeah, y'all in the Discord, man. That's why I said we have a great time just talking over it. I just tell people, I said, listen, we understand people are, look, we ain't gonna pretend like we all want Negroes at one time. Like, we all done talk like it. We all done had a mouth of a sailor at one point. Even Steve, like, bro, there was nobody that probably talked crazy to me. Surprisingly, I used to talk a lot more crazy than I talk now. But like I said, I don't talk that way no more because I ain't young and stupid like that. You feel me? Like, I done grew up, I matured. And I understand everybody ain't the most perfect. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes words might slip out of some people's mouth because they still new in the Lord. They kind of walking with God. Okay, we get that. You know what I'm saying? But if it's just constantly coming out, constantly, it's just like, nah, man. Like, And they'll tell you, that's why I said I be a part of Christian organizations all the time. Like, when it comes to, like, Christian therapy or something that they doing. And they'll tell people, like, because it's telling your story. It's telling, like, trauma of your life. You know what I'm saying? So they telling you, like, hey, tell your story. That's fine. But they do tell people before they start, they say, listen, they said, we understand that you might be dealing with a lot of trauma, you might be dealing with stuff, so we understand if words might come out. They said, okay, we understand. They said, but one thing we do not play. They said, if it comes excessive, they was like, it's every other word and stuff. They said, we'll tell you that. They said, but if it comes out, if you use the name of the Lord in vain, or you God blank this, God blank that, they was like, we'll stop you. You will not talk. They said, we don't play there. You know what I'm saying? So you have to have some type of respect and reverence for something. You know what I'm saying? So I don't mind people coming in talking and stuff, but I'm just like, you can't, you know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't, don't be dropping no F-bombs in here. You know what I'm saying? Go to your other chat and do that. Like, we don't do it over here. You know what I'm saying? Because I said we have people with sensitive ears, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, somebody came in and they heard all of that. And, individuals in there going crazy. You know what I'm saying? And then they was like, hey, I'll just come back next time because they said, it's a little R-rated. And I'm just like, dang, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's exactly what I was trying to prevent because I'm like, they came in at the wrong time. Like, we was talking about some good stuff and then they came in at the wrong time. Somebody in there talking just good and crazy. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's why I had to be like, okay, let me go ahead and write this PSA up so people know. You know what I'm saying? But if you ain't going to change it, I'm just like, I ain't going to, you ain't going to have to talk. You feel me? So, I don't know. My experience with Jamaicans has it been so welcoming. Are you sure? Man, I love Jamaicans. What you talking about? But Jamaicans treat me right. They treat me right in Costa Rica. I don't know what you talking about. They say, hey, my man. Hey, my black man from America, from the States, man. You smoking the weed, brother? Say, hey, brother, how you doing today, man? You smoking that weed today? I said, no, but I ain't on that roster, cuz. No. I ain't on that Sherman Hemsley. Love boat. I ain't on that booger sugar. White girl, whatever you call it. I ain't on none of that. I said, brother, I'm on that word. Like, got a slice of that word. Yep, it's called Philippians 3:16. I'm on that word, brother. But Jamaicans be cool. What y'all talking about? Maybe they don't like y'all. Everybody seem to love me. I ain't never had a problem with a Jamaican. I ain't had a problem with a Haitian, a Cuban, a Puerto Rican. Well, except the girl that I talked to that was Cuban and Puerto Rican. She's the only one that ever really gave me a problem. I did have one problem with one Cuban. That was one of my best friends. Because, they talk crazy. We got a large Cuban population in Louisville, in Kentucky. And so she's ghetto, like, you know, they ghetto. Some of them is, you know what I'm saying? And so she thought because she was hood, she talked to everybody else like that. I said, girl, I ain't everybody else. She said something to me one time, boy, we was about to go somewhere. I was picking up everybody. She said something to me one time in like a smart aleck way. And before I took off, I didn't even I put the car back in park. I said, excuse me. I turned around. I said, come again, excuse me. I said, how about you get out? How about get out then? She said, okay. I said, no, I ain't okay. I said, no, you respect me in my car. You hear me? I said, no, you respect me in my car. She's like, all right. Never had a problem after them. Guess what happened? They respect you after that. I said, I don't care what you is. You gonna respect me. I'm telling you. Hey, you. You're gonna love me. R-E-S-P-E-C-T. That is what it means to me. R-E-S-P-E-C-T. I said, girl, you better respect me. I don't care who would let you do whatever. I ain't one of them other little black dudes that let you talk crazy. I said, girl, I don't do that. I said, listen, I love me a Cuban mamacita, but I said, I don't love you that much. You're going to talk crazy to me, girl. Girl, please. There was somebody else like that too, boy. I knew a Dominican that was like that. They just, I'm like, you, like I said, Dominican. I was like, girl, me no black, me Dominican. I was like, I don't care what you is. I'm going to talk to you like everybody else do. Guess what happens after they realize? That's why I said, hey, that race color card don't work. Once they realize that you real, they respect you after that. They might not like it, but they respect you. Guess what they start doing? Crying. Well, yeah, I don't know how to do a Jamaican accent. Don't knock me, man. I'm not Jamaican, cuz. Like, see how y'all just judgmental, bro? Y'all do know Steve is 100,000% Negro. Like, I don't know what to tell you. I can try to talk like Bob Marley. I ain't Bob Marley. What y'all want me to tell you? Yes, Annie, man. You made a joke, man. See, this is why I don't do stuff in front of you. This is why I have self-confidence issues, because of y'all. Y'all always knock me. I do my best music, and I feel like y'all gonna say one day, Steve, that sucks. And I'm gonna be self-conscious. I'm gonna shut down all my music. Are you sure it's the Jamaicans? Are you sure it ain't you? Because like I said, sometimes if you don't treat them right, they're gonna treat you that way. Everywhere I go with Jamaicans, they love me. A lot of people just love me. It's only Negroes that don't like me. And even Negroes like me. It's just, you know, you got a handful of those Negroes. I think some of y'all just be hating. Y'all know Steve loves Jamaican women too. Y'all say, oh yeah, girl, I don't like him. I don't like them Jamaicans either. Like, yeah. Y'all be haters. Player haters. Well, I ain't gonna lie, Steve like Cubans too. Like I said, Steve like everybody. I don't care. I think. I don't even remember what we was even talking about. How we get on Jamaicans? Hey man, y'all respect my Jamaicans, bro. I will fight y'all. I will fight y'all, my Jamaicans. You hear me? They good people with me. At least the ones I know. They always been with me, for real. But some of them, that's why I said, some people when they do come to the United States, man, they do kind of get over on people. Like they kind of think they better than folk. You feel me? Like I can't speak for, and I don't speak for everybody because it really ain't everybody. That's why I say I don't say Jamaicans. I don't even say all black people. I say Negroes, or I say that certain type of people. Not all white people, but the most skinhead, weird Trump Negroes. They the ones that be like weird, you feel me? So I'm like, when it comes to like, even when it comes to like Cubans, like I said, we got a large Cuban population in Kentucky. You know what I'm saying? A lot of Latinos will come to the United States, man, and they already told that they white. Cubans especially, I've seen them especially, man. Like they have that bad. Some of them want to be white so bad, bro. And it's not all, but some of them really are like it. You know what I'm saying? That's why that woman went viral. Her and her husband and her family went viral for doing that song in Miami. They Cuban. The I will vote. Dun, 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 for Donald Trump. Dun, dun. And then he got deported. She's on the news. They was playing their song. They switched to the next thing. She's over. This isn't funny. It's not fair. Everybody on there roasting them. And they said, you do know what Trump was going to do, right? He's trying to get rid of y'all. Because again, some of them come here thinking that they white. It's like, dude, you not, because my ex was like that. She was like, she's Mexican, but she was like, even on like her job stuff and her forms, they was telling her to feel like white because they don't want them to identify as like brown or black or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? So some of them do have like a mindset where they do think they like white. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. And so some Latinos, they do that because they think that they, you know, they white. And some Negroes, as dark as they are, boy, Negroes as dark as this bark, cuz. Like, they darker than that bark. And they sitting here thinking they white. I'm like, boy, ain't no way in the world you can color me bad all you want to, boy. You ain't changing what you is. Like, boy, somebody just took some cake flour and threw it on you. We know you black even if you had all white on. Like, boy, come on. Who are you fooling? Oh, thank you, Lee. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, you Jamaican, cuz? That's what's up, bro. Hey, shout out to my Jamaicans. Hey, how y'all gonna do my mans like that, cuz? You see how you offended thy brother? Hey, repent. Repent to thy brother for offending him. Hey, man, y'all gonna do my Jamaican homie like that, cuz? Come on, dog. I told you I will. Hey, Jay the Great's a good brother. I will fight y'all, man. I will fight you. Hey, bro. But no, that's why I said, ain't not everybody like that. You know what I'm saying? Because that's why I said, as much as everybody talk about other coaches, I said, boy, sometimes their own coach would be the worst, man. That's why I said, especially when white people be talking, I'm like, I know y'all ain't trying to talk about nobody. Y'all be the worst. And then Negroes be trying to talk. I'm like, I know you ain't trying to talk either. I'm like, bro. Every culture got that one side of people, man. That's why I said black people. I said white people got racists or skinheads. Black people got niggas. And Latinos, I don't know if they call them cholos or they call them, you know, ponchos or something, you feel me? Or Hugo Suave or whatever you, I don't know what you call them, but everybody got that own race of people that you know, that own group of people within the race, man, within the roster that's like weird, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I told you, I said, just because somebody votes liberal or conservative, it doesn't make them black or white, you know what I'm saying? It's the mindset they go in with it, you know what I'm saying? So when you do have a lot of people did vote for Trump, because again, it's your right to vote for whoever. I don't like any of these people. But some of them did vote for Trump because they was trying to think about change. So they thought that he probably was going to change stuff. It's not that they think they white. Some of them was kind of like that, you feel me? But then some of them was doing it because, again, they trying to be accepted. You know what I'm saying? When you see people like the Haas twins, like you see people like Officer Tatum, he's the worst. Dude, that guy's the worst, man. I'm not even a person like that. I'm all for people believing what they want to believe. That guy, man, he is literally the worst. He is the example of a self-hating Negro, dude. I'm talking about if Uncle Ruckus was young and fit, that would be him, bro. I promise you. That guy is the most self-hating black person. Oh, he was the worst, dude. Hold on, I'm gonna get on him in a little bit. Hold on. You're like payasos or something? Payaso loco. That means crazy clowns. Oh, no, it's Paisa. I think it's Paisa. It's Paisa or payasos. Hold on. Steve, you ever walk into a place and the energy feels off in a very negative way to where you can literally feel it without even touching you verbally or being real? Yep. It's called my Discord. It's called this channel. That's what it's called. I look up and I got 20 hungry looking Negroes sitting here staring at me, not saying that when I'm telling them to talk. And I'm just like, yeah, I know exactly what I know exactly what that is. Y'all be rude. I'll be telling y'all 6 times who's in here and talk. Y'all just, like, I can feel the energy. I'm just like, oh my gosh, bro. I deal with people for a living, so yeah, I know exactly what they're talking about. It's called Steve's Discord and Simply Steve. That's what it's called. And then when I'm about to get off her, hey, what's up? I'm like, bro, see, y'all was about to get off her and go eat tacos. Now y'all want to come in, like, see, y'all done ruined my taco meal. Like, but yeah, that dude, Officer Tatum, man, that's why I said some people are just literally the worst, dude. Like, the worst. He was the only person I knew, man, when them police shot that black woman for the one that was like Sandra, whatever her name was, or whatever her name was. She said, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus, remember that? And they shot her and killed her. He was the only person that was for that, bro. There was even white people that was extremists. They said, hey, that was too far. They was like, the cop was wrong for that. And he was the only person, his own people. Nah, see, they justified for it because, you know, she didn't comply. And see, she was trying to throw boiling water on him and say, that's what she get. And I was like, oh my God, man, this guy's the worst, dude. Even white people with, bro, his own Trump supporters was in the comments. They said, nah, bro, that's I'm for the police, but you wrong. They was like, you wrong for that, bro. White people was schooling him, bro. I said, that's how self-hating some people are. It's like, look, I understand we don't like Negroes, but we love black people. We just don't like Negroes, dude. That's why I said that's how people take that stuff way too far, man. Like, that conservative stuff, man, that's going to get you hung. That's why I told you. Those are the ones that's going to tap dance and get hung because they doing too much, dude. Talking about an actual place. Yes, Simply Steve is an actual place. It's called Live Stream. That's why y'all here. Another place called Louisville, Kentucky. That's another one. Anywhere where there's a mass production of Negroes. Anywhere where there's like too many white people or there's just too many Negroes. It's like, bro, it'd be the most uncomfortable feeling in the world, dude. I'm talking about, bro. I went over one of my friend's house one time. This is years ago, bro. It's like right after Daddy died, man. She was having I think it was like a graduation party or like a celebratory something. It's in Indiana, and I'm talking about. I walked in the house, man. My one friend, she half Mexican, half Chinese, and so she was like, I feel like really uncomfortable. It was all white people, and so me and her was like the only ones that was kind of like different colors. She said, I just came from church, so I came in a suit and everything. I was looking fly, but I still felt like a nigga. I was like, bro, who was these people? She was like, I feel so like uncomfortable because like I'm not white and like, I know I'm Asian and they looking at me kind of funny. I said, girl, get in line. Who you think they looking at worse? I said, you think they looking at you or looking at me? I said, at the end of the day who they don't like more. Boy, it was the most uncomfortable feeling I had. I walked in the house. I said, I could feel the Trump in here, bro. I could feel the Ku Klux crunch cakes. I was like, bro, something in here. It was almost like I could feel the mayo vibe. Like, it just did not feel right. I said, I walked in that house, I heard 10 N-words in their mind. 10 N-words. Oh my gosh. But yeah. So now do y'all see why I say I don't want my stuff on my chat being like that, dude? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, I don't want people in here being, you know what I'm saying? I don't want people to have to deal with that. We deal with that in everyday life, boy. Family be hellish. You know what I'm saying? Work be hellish. The world is hellish. Like, we don't want somewhere where we can all be at to be the same way, man. When we breaking bread with each other, we don't have discord in the discord, bro. We don't have fights or strife, bro. We don't do that, you know what I'm saying? For real, though. And that's why I said, if y'all ain't never been in there, I want y'all to come in there and get to talk, man, get to know us, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, you see my man, Jay the Great, he happy. That's why I said it's a good brother. He happy, man, got a lot of fire in him, you feel me? He's like, bro, I can't wait for this, man. He came in, I can't wait to hear y'all testimonies. I mean, he be looking for y'all. That's why I say we be looking for everybody to come in there so everybody can talk, because that's what we used to do, like months ago, you know what I'm saying? And we all tell our story. Y'all know mine, and you know what I'm saying? And then you hear somebody else, and they tell their testimony, and everybody can relate. And that's why I said, even though last chat wasn't really that long, and it wasn't really that good, I said we still had a great time, man, because, we had the homies come in, people sharing their projects, you know what I'm saying? We have a couple of people that kind of, somebody that's in there is kind of a little radical. But I said, but other than that, I'm like, it's really a great place. You feel me? So that's why I said I let it slide. You know what I'm saying? Because again, I don't mind people coming in. Like I said, you might see in the comments now and then, you might have some people on the street or people that's just found God or people that don't know. And they might come in and, they might say a couple of things. It's kind of like, that's a little radical. Or they might, they might drop a little F-bomb or something. Like, I don't care. That stuff don't bother me. So I'm like, I'm not sensitive over everything. But I said, but as you keep coming, you're going to have to clear that up. Like I said, when you go to church, it says come as you are. It doesn't say stay as you are. You know what I'm saying? You got to change after a while. So when you come over here, I'm like, you might have a mouth of a sailor, but you're going to have to clear some of that up. You know what I'm saying? You might kind of be a little off, but I said as you go on, you're going to have to clear that up, man, because I'm not dealing with no nut jobs. I'm not going to deal with people that just don't want to deal with their life. You know what I'm saying? I understand it when you first come, but I said, but when you come over here, the guidelines go for everybody. It's not to single people out, man. I don't care what you going through. I said, you still got to have respect, man. You got to follow people's stuff. As I said, I got my account banned on Reddit because I kept posting in people's communities that I wasn't supposed to post in. They said don't post self-promotion, which means you can't post YouTube links. I was posting YouTube links for my music. And even though it was good, they said don't do it. It don't matter if it's anointed. They said don't do that. And I got my account banned because I didn't listen to their rules, because I didn't read the fine print. So I told you, if it works for, if it goes for me, it goes for you. You know what I'm saying? Mine's is different because, like I said, I tell you, I don't expect nothing from you. I just expect you to be cool. You feel me? So, like I said, just be cool. Don't come starting stuff. Don't come doing the most. Just be cool. You feel me? I don't know why that's so hard, So yeah, just keep that same fire, man, that same zeal. You feel me? Because again, it doesn't do me justice, man, or it doesn't do me happiness, man, if you have to ban people. You know what I'm saying? Like there was one person earlier this year I was happy to ban because they was just dumb. Like they was doing the most. So I'm just like, yeah, we gotta get them out of here. Because I know if you don't deal with people like it, man, they gonna taint the audience, man. They gonna taint the atmosphere, and I cannot have people messing up my atmosphere, dude. Like, I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? I built this channel off of realness, you know what I'm saying? So I want people over here that's full of realness too, man. And that's why I said, we're not bringing the spirit of Negro over here. We're not bringing the spirit of Diddy. We're not doing that. Like, nah, man, leave it at your mom and them house. We ain't do it. Like, we ain't doing that, bro. Everybody here cool, man. You feel me? Everybody here is part of something. Everybody feels great over here. It's one community, like I said, where you can come and you ain't got to worry about getting cussed out. You ain't got to worry about, somebody talking bad about you or starting stuff, you know what I'm saying? And that's why people love, uh, I don't want to just say my Discord, because again, it's not just mine, it's y'all's too. That's why I'm letting y'all run it for me, because I'm like, it's just something y'all love doing. That's why we making multiple channels, man, where everybody kind of has their own little thing. Pretty soon we gonna make an art channel, sharing your projects, because I know I got my mans in here. The other Jay, not Jay the Great, but the other Jay, that does like media with his videos and stuff. I said we're gonna start putting that stuff in there. You know what I'm saying? We making it. And the Jay the Great, if you do stuff like that, bro, if you got something good, like I said, I just made an encouragement chat. I know you big on encouragement. Like I said, bro, you can post in there all the time, man. Post your scriptures, post your daily devotion. You know what I'm saying? Like go in there and just post whatever you want, as long as it's good and respectful. It's a community for all of it, because it's all based off encouragement. I can't have people in there dropping 10 F-bombs, ruining people's spirit and encouragement. You feel me? So we can't do that. So that's why I try to make sure everybody understands, man. Like, some people are cool, but some people might not just be meant for the Discord, or some people might not just be meant for certain groups, because they just a little, too radical, or just ain't for them. You feel me? Like, yeah, equally yoked. That's exactly what I'm saying. And so that's why I said I want everybody to kind of be cool. You feel me? Like, bro, be chill. You know what I mean? That's why I said I got one of my good people. She's over that chat. You know what I'm saying? She's gonna deal with it, because she does this all the time. She's been doing this for months. And so I'm like, she's always good at what she does. So I'm like, I want you to lead that for me, because I don't want to lead that. I'm leading too much stuff. I'm like, bro, you go do that. I'm not, again, it's not about rowing on the bandwagon of Steve. I'm like, I'm letting people do their own thing. I'm not your boss, man. I told you I don't want to talk to people like they children, because we grown. I don't like being talked to like that, so I don't want to talk to you like that. Like I said, sometimes Daddy would talk to you like that, which I understand why he did, but at first I didn't really understand. So sometimes it can kind of make you feel like it. But now I understand why he did, man. Because sometimes it's like you see why people are the way they are. And I remember when he would tell me, he said, son, do you see the way I talk to y'all now? Why I do that? And now I understand, because look how people are, man. They be weird. You know what I'm saying? I don't want people throwing stuff off. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I said it ain't no love. I mean, it ain't no hate. You know what I'm saying? I don't hate nobody. If I throw you, even if I talk about you because you over doing stupid stuff, just know I love you. I love my enemies. I love people. Even niggas talking on me now. Oh, little ugly little cheddar biscuit boy talking. I said, I love you too, homie, but you're going to have to get this roast, because you talking on stuff that you shouldn't be talking about. So I said, just don't do stuff like that, bro. Just be cool. That's all I want people to do, is just be cool, man. And that's what it's about. That's why I get on this live stream every day, because not only is it for fun, but it's also encouragement, man. And I've really been helping a lot of people. I've been helping myself. Sometimes I'm just like, man, like I ain't thinking about y'all. I'm thinking about what I'm saying to myself, but y'all will come and tell me how that inspires y'all. You know what I'm saying? I was even listening to my vlogs the other day, and I was like, it makes me want to kind of get back into doing that. But I said, that's just not my field right now. If I ever do it, it's not my field right now. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm letting y'all do it. My goal and job is not to impose encouragement in a community every day. Y'all good at that. Y'all already good at that, so I'll let y'all do it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all run it. I don't got to moderate everything. I got people to do it for me. I got people that know how to kind of run some of the stuff on the channel. I trust y'all enough to do it. I know y'all ain't, you know what I'm saying? That's why I said every now and then when we used to do these chats, everybody in here is trustworthy, so I knew I could just step out and I come back and everybody's cool. There's nobody on Discord in the Discord. There's nobody in here being funny. Nobody's trying to take over my chat and start a revolution. Like, it ain't nothing like it. It's like we all are cool. You feel me? Because there was one person I couldn't leave with it in here because I knew how she was. So I was like, nah, we're going to have to deal with them because they are hellraiser. You know what I'm saying? But now I got good people in here. That's why I said most of the time the chat gets started because I have to start it because I'm the main one on the channel. You know what I'm saying? But I was trying to make it to where y'all could start it. But again, even with me telling people you can start your own chat, you don't need me. People don't want to. They want me to start it with them because they want to talk to me. They want me to be in there too. They like, that's the main reason we come over is because you over here. You know what I'm saying? So even though I'm giving people the ability to start their own chat, they was like, I don't want to. I want to talk with you in there. You know what I'm saying? Because people really do respect me. They love what I do. You know what I'm saying? So people really enjoy your company. So that's why I said, like, I want to be able to keep doing this. You know what I'm saying? I just don't want to do everything by myself, which is why I'm letting y'all do it. You know what I mean? So it's a great community, man. That's why I said I'm adding new people. I just added my boy Bernard a little while ago. You know what I'm saying? That's my boy over in Japan. You feel me? Because I'm just like, I said, nah, we need to see encouragement like that, man. This man's on the other side of the world, cuz. He in Japan, dude. I'm talking about Japan is beautiful. I forgot where he said he is again. You know what I'm saying? There's so many places over there. But I got a homeboy he was stationed over in Japan. And I got another homeboy that lived in Japan for a lot of years, I think like 10 years. He's a black dude, you know what I'm saying? And they were showing pictures and stuff like that. I said, bro, we need, and I told homie, I said, hey, man, drop some pictures in there, bro. Like, we trying to see some sakura trees, and we trying to see some Japanese architecture, and, you know what I'm saying, some kaminus or something. We trying to see all that, you feel me? So that's why I said we just kind of switching things up, you know what I'm saying? So I'm making it bigger so everybody can enjoy it, man. We got some new faces. It's great to see that. You know what I'm saying? People come and people go, but I have to do stuff for a reason, man, because I got to keep the peace. You know what I mean? Like I said, we had I won't say the E again. I'm sorry. We had old girl. Can I say old girl? We had old girl. You know, she's still in here. You can hear me EI or you know, just you know who you are. Just I don't know what to say, bro. Just E. It's E. But like I said, we have great people in here. You know what I'm saying? And so you know, the last thing I want to do, man, y'all good people. The last thing I would want is for people to run y'all off, man, because they weird or because there's just too much going on. I can't have that. I can't have that stuff. You know what I mean? Because once you lose good people, not saying you can't go get more, but sometimes good people it's hard to come back. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want people to be, you know, it's one thing if people decide I don't like you, Steve, I don't like your people no more. But I said, but if it's because somebody did something or because they just feel like the vibe is off, I can't have that, bro. I cannot have that in here. You know what I'm saying? Like leave at your own discretion and because you want to, your own free will. Don't leave because somebody offended you or somebody said something to make you feel unwelcome. That's why I tell you I'm serious about that. So when I get notifications or somebody like, hey man, you know, buddy's doing too much, hey, old girl talking too much, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right, well, I'm gonna have to deal with them. You feel me? I'm very strict when I deal with people now. I don't care about your feelings. I don't care how it feels. I'm like, because again, it's not that I don't like you, I don't love you. It's just I don't have time. Daddy was like that too. Daddy did everything out of love, but he did not have time to deal with stupidness, and I don't have time to deal with foolishness either. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I said I'm gonna talk once. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, everybody knows that you do it once. I'll tell you once. I said you do it again. I'm like, hey, bro, it's your last time. You do it the third time, you gone. I don't have time for it. I don't, man. Because some people just, you know, people just ain't gonna change, man. I ain't got time for that. Hold on. Bro, this is an honor. The encouragement chat is definitely meant for people to grow and heal. I love to be a part of that. You're the eighth person to ask if I have content crazy to say. Well, brother, if your content, like I said, if you, I mean, again, I don't know everybody's gift, and I'm not going to tell people to step in something that they're not gifted to do, or they good at. But, bro, if you good at encouraging, or like, you know what I'm saying, if you got like, you know, that's why I said we got people in here that's poets. I don't know if you're a poet or you good at spoken word or stuff like. The channel is again, this is everything we do is based off the word. You know what I'm saying? It's based off of breaking bread with the brethren. We don't got to be a church to be a community. You know what I'm saying? So this is a word-based community. So whatever you good at, man, like I said, don't be scared to, like, I know y'all don't know glory hogs. I ain't trying to steal all the glory, you feel me? So that's why I tell people, I said, don't be scared to post your talent or whatever you do in the chat, man. If you do music, I'm a musician. That's why I got the music chat for people to share their projects. And pretty soon I'm gonna have an art and crafts, whatever's for people to share that. If they do that, if they make clothes or if they draw or whatever you do, like, I mean, it's all about encouragement and information. And then, like I said, when it comes to the encouragement, like I said, some of y'all are good at just speaking life into others and encouraging. I said, that's good for everybody. I said, hey, man, speak as much life as you want. I said, post as many positivity little memes or encouragement videos or all your Darby videos, whatever you want to post, man. You go in there and post as long as it's, like I said, is content friendly, you know, because I know y'all ain't like it. So I don't really have to say that to y'all, but I just have to reiterate it so people know. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, the encouragement, one thing with the main chat is whatever, but the encouragement is one thing I don't want people in there messing that up. You feel me? Like I said, on the main chat, we throw jokes and stuff like that. I said, I kind of want to keep the encouragement a little bit more serious. So that way, you know, because I'm like, some people, again, it's meant for each and every, you know what I'm saying? Every channel and group is meant for a certain specific thing. So, you know, people coming there for encouragement and we in there throwing Steve Harvey jokes. It's like, it's cool and all, there's nothing wrong with that, but I'm just like, I want to keep the Steve Harvey jokes on the main channel, you feel me? Instead of having it in the art channel or, you know what I'm saying, where people are looking for encouragement and devotion, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to kind of split things up to where it's meant to be where each and every individual thing is meant to be, you know what I'm saying? So, like I said, if you're in that channel, take things a little bit more serious. Like I said, keep calm, you know what I'm saying? Like, make sure it's respectful and it's good, you know what I'm saying? So we ain't really got to worry about too much tomfoolery. Because if I get any notifications in there that there's tomfoolery going on, I would definitely throw you out. I don't have time for that, bro. I'm not doing that, so. Yeah, add yourself in there. That's why I said I put it in the main chat. Add yourself in there. Oh, well, I ain't even made a chat yet with the arts and crafts. I'm telling you to add yourself in something that don't even exist. Look at me. See, I told you I'm a hypocrite. Like, see, I got to go make the chat. But yeah, I'm going to make it, and like I said, we're going to add it in there. You know what I'm saying? But, so yeah, man, that's why I said we gonna chop it up, man. We're gonna have a great time. It's still kind of early today. I don't know what everybody's doing right now. It's only 7 o'clock, so I probably ain't gonna be on here. I probably gonna be here for another hour and a half. I just kind of wanted to chop it up because I'm like sometimes I don't talk about the Discord enough on this channel, so sometimes people don't know that we in there or they still kind of new, they shy. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. You know what I'm saying? One thing about this channel, I will tell y'all. I know everybody's kind of a little shy to have the flow, but one thing about this channel, don't be shy. You know what I'm saying? Talk. Cause I'm like, you gonna believe me when you around us, you gonna talk. There's not nobody silent around us, dude. Because again, when you start hearing how we talking, we joking and we laughing and we having fun, I said everybody's having a great time. So I said it makes you want to have a great time. I said some of the people you know in your life now, like your friends or your close people that you with, you didn't know them right off the bat. I said, but because you went to school with them or because you was around them all the time, you know what I'm saying? Like you build that strong bond, you know what I'm saying? Like people you thought you was never gonna be cool with, or you would never like, you end up liking, you know what I'm saying? That's why the military is one of the strongest places, man, where people have a real bond. Some of them didn't even think they was gonna even have friends, or they was trying not to make friends, because you know when you make friends in the military, if they die, it's hard, you know what I'm saying? But when you're around close people all day, every day, you're going to make connections with people that you love. So it's just like it. So when you over here, that's how it's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I tell you, I said, there's people over here that were scared to talk and kind of have the flow. Now people can't shut up. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's good. It's just like where we all talk, and then the new people come in and they inspire the new people to be the same way. Like I said, we are a judgment-free zone. We are non-judgmental. We don't care what you did or what you've been through. Like I said, Lion, you ain't messing with children and you ain't in here sabotaging stuff. You ain't got to worry about it. You know what I'm saying? You tell your story. Not one of us is going to judge you. You know, we're not looking down on you. We don't do that stuff. Because, again, we all done been through some hell ourselves, boy. I told y'all my story, and that's the whole reason this channel is here, man, because I told y'all my testimonies, and that's still stuff I got to tell y'all. I haven't even been put on here yet. You know what I'm saying? So I told you, that's why I tell everybody, I said, don't think that, because some people will look at me like that. They think because, like, you know, when my name is Darby, if they do know me, the ones that don't know me, but the ones that do, they think because you're Darby, they think, like, y'all pixel perfect and y'all walked on clouds. I said, boy, I was one of the biggest hell raisers you gonna know, dude. I did everything wrong. That's why I be trying to tell people, I said, bro, don't think because you a pastor's kid or who your peoples is that you all good. It's the same thing with politicians, man. Politicians got some of the worst kids, man, because, again, they human beings, too. It's not even that they worse, it's just that people expect them to be higher than everybody else because of who they peoples are, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I say, I'm like, I did a lot of stupid stuff, too, man. You name it, I did it. Everything except murder and cocaine. I did it. And I said, I never did future murder, but I did right now murder. So, like I said, everything you name it, I did it. But I'm like, other than that, I'm like, but I'm not knocking people because I'm like, I wouldn't want people to knock me telling my story. So I said, what if somebody got on here knocking me? You feel me? So I'm not going to knock you for that. You know what I mean? So that's why I said we let people talk. We don't get in people's business. You know what I'm saying? We don't counsel people one-on-one. Like I said, come where everybody else is. You feel me? Because when you're around everybody else, it makes you feel comfortable. You know what I mean? And so that's why I put my story out there first to show people. I said, bro, if I made mistakes, who am I to judge you for making your mistakes? Nobody's going to care about that, man. It's a great, loving, lovely place, man. As I said, just be you and just talk. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna be held to no standard. I will tell people, I said, look, it's fine if you come that way, if you a certain type of way, we understand. I said, but as time goes on, if you kind of a little reckless, we're gonna have to be like, hey, man, you know, you're gonna have to check yourself, you feel me? Because if I don't set you straight, some of the people here will set you straight, like, hey, man, you like, don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't, you know, because we had somebody, again, we had a woman in here earlier this year. She was just all over the place doing that, and people was kind of scared to say something to her because they was like, well, I didn't want to feel like I was overstepping. I said, you're not overstepping if somebody's disrespecting you. If they cutting you off mid-sentence, they keep doing that because she was doing it on purpose. Like, she just had to talk over everybody. I said, when they do that, I said, no, you let them know. Like, no, you shut up and let me talk. I give y'all permission to do that. If somebody come in here disrespectful, and that's one thing if they ain't know, don't get me wrong. But I said, they keep coming here disrespectful, keep cutting you off and keep on, like, they got to talk over everybody because they got to be seen. I'm like, you got the right to tell them shut up. Because I'm like, I don't play that stuff, man. I don't play that. You know what I'm saying? Somebody in here was recently doing that, you know what I'm saying? Just, they wouldn't even let somebody else talk, man. I had one of the homies trying to talk, and they just sitting there talking. I'm like, bro, we don't want to hear what you got to say. We trying to hear them. Like, let's hear them talk. You know what I mean? They ain't even making no sense. And that's why I said people get in here talking weird, and they talking on some weird stuff. I'm like, you don't even know what you're talking about. You feel me? And I said, some people, that's their problem. They just talk too much, bro. And I'm like, I didn't do it for that. You feel me? And I told people, I said, I don't mind you sending me a message. I don't always look at that type of stuff. You feel me? Because, again, I got a lot of other messages from people. I said, bro, I got a lot of stuff to do. I don't mind. Like, you could say, hey, what's up, Steve? Or, hey, hope you're doing all right today, Steve. Like, personally, I'm okay with that. But I said, but when it comes to, like, repetitively, like, bro, don't do that. Like, don't, you know what I'm saying? So, hold on. Oh, yeah, 1 second. Hey Steve, I tried to send you something on here on your gospel piano music this morning, and I think it was a super chat. Instead, I don't know if I did it right, LOL. So what's your cash app? I appreciate. Oh, well, thank you. Oh, listen, like I said, Steve was gonna deny it one time. If you insist the second time, I'm taking it. I ain't gonna like, oh, okay, well, you said so. I'm not that generous now. Hey, a brother got bills. The car note is coming up. You know what I'm saying? The rent is a little bit higher this month than it usually is. So, like I said, whatever you give is greatly appreciated. People are like, well, I can pay you in laughter. Like, nah, pay me your money. I need that. I can't pay the bills with laughter. I'd be rich if I could. Yeah, if you want to, like I said, it's all up to you. As I said, this is me being modest. Really, in my mind, I'm like, yes, please, donate, please, yes, please. Like, please, I need it. Cheese it money, I need it. But like I said, if you want to, yeah, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? I know the super chats are a little bit different. I don't know how YouTube works. I don't think I've ever sent a super chat, so I always just do Cash App because it's just more simple. You know what I'm saying? But if you want to, like I said, my Cash App is what is my? I was like, what's my cash? What is that? Hold on. It's A Steve. It's AYEST3V3. So it's the same as A Steve, just with the threes and Steve, the E's and three. Just AYEST3V3. Type it up on her and send it to. Like I said, send me the name and see if you did it right, because I had a couple of people kind of mess it up. So it's whatever. It's totally up to you if you want to, but you know. Like I said, I'm be looking at 1 in the morning. I'll be like, so you did say you were gonna send something, right? Steve said, man, I hold you to your word. I don't like being held to my word, but I want to hold everybody to their word. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, man, this is a great place, man. Great community. And that's why I said you know what I'm saying? Y'all heard me talk a lot about people, you know what I'm saying? Like people that do stupid stuff. And again, sometimes it is meant to bash them because I told people time and time again, like, bro, stop coming over here messing with my people. Stop coming over here doing stuff. And so when they keep doing that, that's when I'm just like, okay, well, I don't have a problem with hurting your feelings in front of everybody. You know what I'm saying? That's how Daddy was. Like, Daddy hurt your feelings in front of everybody. If he keep telling you stop doing stuff and you keep doing it, he gonna hurt your feelings on Sunday morning in front of everybody. And he did not care. He didn't care where he was, who's there. President could have been there. He would not care. He gonna say what he gotta say. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I tell you, I said, bro, you gotta learn how to, you know what I'm saying? Just don't get in them type of situations. You feel me? Like, I said, this is a great chat. I look forward to hearing all your voices, you know what I'm saying? Seeing all y'all. We be doing all the video calls. You can turn your camera on if you want to. If you ain't camera ready, that's fine. It's totally to whatever you feel comfortable of doing. I said, even if you want to come in and just listen to us talk, you don't necessarily have to come in there and talk. You know what I'm saying? We do try to tell people, like, hey, say a little something. Or give us a little backdrop so you feel more comfortable. Because sometimes people will come in, and because they knew, they don't just want to interject themselves because they knew and they shy and they don't know how we're going to take it. So they just kind of come in, don't say nothing. So I will try to call them up, like, oh, hey, what's up? How y'all doing? You feel me? And then they will kind of feel comfortable talking, you know what I'm saying? So if you come in, and like I said, if we all talking, I definitely will stop to kind of be like, hey, what's up, y'all? Let's introduce ourselves and, So yeah, don't worry, man. Like I said, treat us like we your friends. I mean, don't be over the top now, like all your Negro friends. Like, don't do that. You feel me? But you know what I'm saying? But like, we like your good close people. Like some of well, not even some of your family, because some of y'all probably don't like your family either. I know it's my family, but I'm ready to fight y'all. So I'm just like, just treat us like we're like, if you were standing, well, some of y'all don't like the Oval Office either. We don't like the Oval Office neither. So just treat us like normal people. That's all I'm saying. Just treat us like normal people. You know what I'm saying? People that you would treat if you like. You feel me? Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, that's it right there. That's exactly it. A Stevie. And that's why I tell you, I said, bro, don't be scared to share your testimony, man. Let people know what's up, man. Let people know what's good. Because you never know, man. That's why I said we had somebody in here that was trying to tell everybody how to run their stuff. I told you, she tried to take off my chat. And I was just like, I said, no, because there might be somebody that come in here and they might want to tell their story, but they can't tell their story if we talking about what you want to talk about. And that was the same day that Crystal was new here. She first came in and she told her story, and she was relating with some of the women in here because they was going through the same thing. And that's what made her feel a part of this. And I said, imagine if we would have talked about what this old other idiot wanted to talk about. She probably would have never felt comfortable opening up and talking about what she did. You feel me? She had the floor. She had the right to talk. And I said, everybody started understanding, and she feels like she's at home now because she has a family here. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said you have to call stuff out and deal with stuff, because you'll have weirdos like that messing up the vibe, man. I mean, old girl was weird as all outdoors, man. She wanted to come in here and talk about some nonsense, man. This girl first, she was talking about, now we're going to talk about the struggles of sin, the first one. And then the second one, she said, now today's topic going to be about porn and talking about sexual sin. I'm just like, bro, don't nobody want to talk about that. Don't nobody need to know that. There's just some things that just need to be discreet. Everybody don't need to know that, cuz, like, I said, if you feel comfortable sharing that on the long run, if you get delivered from that, I said, okay, well, then you'll tell us later. I said, we don't need to. Everybody don't want to discuss it in the chat, man, because some people still feel like they kind of like, that's pretty sensitive, man. Everybody's kind of dealt with some stuff, with something like that. Like, they don't want to put that information out there. It might be very sensitive, you know what I'm saying? There's just some things like it's very sensitive, dude. And then I'm like, if you got a chat full of freaks, I'm like, guess what everybody gonna be doing in their DMs, in each other DMs, like, oh yes, I heard you into this. I heard you into BDSM. I said, like, you know, and that's how stuff happens, man. And people get in there, and because she was a freak. I know she was a freak. And she was in there trying to figure out what everybody else was. She didn't tell everybody else what she was into, but she wanted to know what everybody else was into. Again, that's the alien grade. We didn't know her name. Nobody knew her location, her name. She said she lived in New Mexico by a mountain somewhere by a military base. Couldn't give us the name, couldn't give us nowhere. This girl probably still hooked up to a feeding tube, man. She's an alien, you know what I'm saying? Nobody knew who she was, but she want to know how everybody else. I said, I know why you want to know about people's sexual history and sexual sin, because you're an alien who can't reproduce. You got to figure out how humans, you were sent here by your creators to come and figure out how stuff works, how we reproduce, and how we get down with the busy. That's why. I said, she thought we had like telepathic connections. I'm like, no, man, we do stuff as natural humans. That's why she wanted to know what y'all into. I'm like, because she didn't know how to do it. That's either a woman that ain't been touched since '87 or it's an alien. Like, bro, honestly. And best believe it, when a brother get it, you ain't gonna want it. You ain't gonna want it. Like, girls ain't no more read calendars. This is a banquet pop out. I agree, you better get on somewhere. This is a knockoff brand. Yeah, old girl, she did that. She came here like that. She was like, no, we gonna discuss. Like, bro, I never told her to do that. And that's why I said, this is why you have to make community guidelines and PSAs. Because when you don't, you get weirdos in here like that. And everybody was like, Steve, I thought you ordained her. I said, I didn't ordain her to do anything. She's an idiot. And I said, nah, I got called out. And she also used it for her personal information where she wanted to send me DMs every day. I said, I didn't do it so you can have direct contact with me. One thing about Steve, I don't want to talk to you all day. I don't want to talk to you every day. And that's no offense. I don't want to talk to anybody all day, bro. Not even my own people like that. Because I'm just not like it, bro. I'm not like it. Everybody needs time. Everybody needs space. Man, it was all appalled, man. I was obliged. It was like a privileged. Like, man, she had the wherewithal. The wherewithal to think that she was gonna run something. And I was like, who in the world said that you was gonna do this? I'm like, I never told you to. I mean, she brought out a whole PSA and everything. She said today, and turn your microphones off and tell everybody else to be quiet. The main one telling people to be quiet is the one that talk the most. That's why I said the main ones talking the most is the ones that's the worst. I mean, she said that. I read the PSA out. I wish I would have screenshot it. I said, she's such an idiot. She that today we're going to be discussing. I mean, she was trying to turn my chat into an Ebenezer church. I'm like, no, we're not doing that. People don't want to come over here and discuss that. People want to come and discuss the game. They want to discuss their own topics about God. They don't want to talk about what you want to talk about. And I said, no, we're not doing what you want to do. We're doing what everybody else wants to do. Because I said, it's not about me. It's not about you. It's about everybody. We selfless over here, dude. Because the last time we did what she wanted to talk about, man, the chat sucked. It was almost like a business meeting, like a Zoom call for the office or something. It was like, it sucked because it was like, we didn't even know what to talk about. It was just like, we didn't know how to say stuff because it was like, she was like, okay, well, now you go first. And now, hey, you turn your mic off. I heard you in the background. I said, how about you turn your mic off, alien? You're talking. So Pinky in the brain want to be, man, trying to take over the world. Like, girl, you gotta shut up and go on somewhere. Then when it came time for her to turn her camera on, it's dark. I'm going to sleep now. Yeah, I bet you would be. Yeah, you don't want us to see that old Ananuki head you got. Yeah. Over buried in the catacombs of New Mexico. Of course, you can't tell us where you live at, but you live on daggone Area 51, a classified air base. I know you couldn't give out your location. It's probably a whole CIA agent we got here, man. A whole CIA angel, a whole CIA alien we got here, dude. Sent a spy on us. Yeah, hey, I forgot you in New Mexico, Leah. She probably looking at you now. She probably sitting there looking at you like, yeah, see, look at you. Probably looking down at you, be like, yeah, girl. But she had a thing, again, whenever there was a pretty woman in here, she did not like that, bro. That's why she was trying to figure out who I was going to get hooked up with. I'm like, girl, we're not doing that. And I said, if I do end up talking to somebody on this channel, if I want to, I said, that's between me and them. You would never know because we wouldn't tell you. She kept on like, you don't know that. I said, you ain't gonna know it. Like, see how people try to tell you what you gonna do? They trying to tell you what you gonna do. She kept saying, well, we got a lot of ladies in here. Why don't you choose? I said, why don't you choose? Where your man at? Like Jesus said, where your husband at? Where your man at? You ain't got one. You know why? Because you're not even human, dude. Because you weird. That's why you want to turn on your camera, because you ain't even got a thumbprint, dude. You weird. Told you, girl, hook herself up at night to a feeding tube, like some alien tube or something, like something out of Predator or something. Girl probably looked like the daggone Predator. Now I think about it. Sound like a whole lawnmower, man. Girl probably seeing X-ray vision. It's probably one of the escaped aliens from Roswell in 1947. Yep. Just never documented it. Yep. Sitting there talking, boy. See, now we got a New Mexico resident that's cool. We got another person who's from New Mexico. That's why I said when that other New Mexican came in, and she was like, I'm from New Mexico, Steve. You feel me? Oh, old girl was quiet. I said, hey, well, why ain't no girl talking about New Mexico? I said, she always brags about where she from. She keep talking about one of her. But I said, okay, why don't you talk? Because she knew that girl would have challenged her and would have been like, oh, where in New Mexico you from? Oh, yeah, you over there by Jones's shop? You over there with the mountains over by the military base over there on Evener and 2nd Street? She would be like, oh, yeah, that's the one. Yeah, the one by the Dunkin'. Yeah, the Dunkin' Donuts. Yeah, she wanted to try to fill in your sentences after you already said like the first word. That she wanted to like, because she knew she would have got challenged because she ain't in New Mexico. The girl probably in like Boise, Idaho or something, man. Probably in like freaking Des Moines, Iowa or something. Like you ain't in no freaking New Mexico, dude. You made that up. Oh, weirdos, man. The girl came from Roswell, man. Daggone it. She was asking everybody what their car was. I said, I know what your car is. She said, a Buick. I said, girl, you got a UFO. What you talking about? You got the Intergalactic Spacetron 9000. Something that ain't never been available on Earth. Hey. With the power of light speed, boy, you can get the daggone Venus in like 2.5 seconds. Like, girl, please. Every time she came around, bro, I always heard alien music. It was like, woo, woo. She be the one that be doing the little symbols in the cornfields. You know, they be talking about alien signals and stuff. That be her. Woo, woo, woo. Started learning about the Nephilim. I started questioning Roswell. So again, I don't go off of conspiracy that much, but I did hear somebody that said they used to work for the naval base. Oh, that's the naval. or if that's what you call it. But they was working for like secret organizations. Again, I don't know how true this is. I don't go off for everybody work. But they said, bro, they had these creatures that worked there. And they said they was not allowed to say, notice they wasn't allowed to say the name of Jesus. They was not allowed to say anything about God, the name of Jesus, because those creatures wouldn't like it. I said, yep. I wonder why. I said, hey, if it is true, I wonder why. No, that name would have had him in flames, boy, like a gargoyle. Like, shoot. That's why I said I have to clear up the Discord, man, of Discord, because that's the stuff that you have, man. You have a whole interdimensional, intergalactic being here trying to start stuff, man. You probably look like freaking ET, man. Just extraterrestrials, like. Right now, she hears somebody calling her name. Boy, that's the mating signal in Aliens. Would you like to have, like we say in Earth, like, would you like to have intercourse? She said, would you like to have telepathy? Can I program some of my neurons in your neurons? I'd be insulted if you didn't. Oh, yeah. How do you like this gigabytes worth of information? Is that good? Did it please you? Oh, yes. Keep it coming. More where that came from. Oh, my gosh, bro. they aliens, so they go off of like intellect, like how much they know. I conquered the Nebula K-129. Oh, that is so arousing. I own six spaceship car garage. Oh my gosh, that's so arousing. I'm 164th Cherokee. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Oh. Oh, oh, oh oh my god, bro! I'm literally on the ground crying, cause oh my god, bro! Oh my god, bro! Oh man, Steve, you gotta calm down, bro. I'm so glad I'm in like this kind of like around the building, bro, because I do not want these white people looking at me like I'm crazy. Oh my god, bro. Hey, bro. Hey, man. Oh my god, bro. I gotta stop. And then y'all wonder why I be tired after this, bro. I be so tired, bro, because look, like, I have to do this all the time. I do this every day. Yes, I want to cry. Hey, bro, I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all know I love you. Hey, that's my boy, man, the real Watchman. What's good with you, man? What's good, man? I was watching Pastor Steve. He mentioned his favorite movie was Stand By Me. He said he watched it over 100 times. I immediately went to watch it and loved it. Oh, no, I loved that film, man. I see why he loved it. Ain't that the Stand By Me? Ain't that the one with Joe Clark? Is that the one? Because he did love it. He did love that movie, bro. I said aliens, boy. That's why I said, you notice people be talking in these cold talks. Remember they said the aliens? Yeah, that's the one. The Joe Clark. Boy, that's why Daddy always said the HNIC. He said the head nigga in charge. He said, but they don't know what you're doing, Mr. Clark. That's exactly the way I like it. He said he loves his favorite part in the movie. But I told you, I said this old alien weirdo, boy. I said, notice how they said the aliens are among us. They just disguised as humans. I said she was one of them. Guarantee you. She kept saying, she said, yeah, we gonna know about everybody's sexual sin. I'm like, yeah, you wanna know why you wanna know? Because either you a freak or you an alien. I was like, you trying to know how humans reproduce so you can report back to your masters. That's why. So welcome to Earth type people, boy. She's just happy because she can go to Wendy's and get a 4 for 4. She's some Futurama character. Son. Oh man, I don't remember the last time I laughed that hard, bro. Hey, that one took me out. I ain't gonna lie, that took me out, bro. Oh my gosh, bro. Yeah, it's an old Nephilim noggin. Look at this girl, old fat swollen Anunnaki head, like sitting there talking. Like, girl, you look like the Egyptian hieroglyphs, like with the one with the big old long hairs. That look exactly like you. I know why you ain't want nobody to see you now. We watched the Nephilim with Pastor Darby. We gonna know you one of them. Look at the seed of the serpent. Hey, man. I said, cuz, like, yeah, it'd be definitely easy to identify you. If it walked like a Nephilim and it quacked like a Nephilim, then maybe it's a Nephilim. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This is one of the greatest live streams I've ever done. Oh my God. This is one of the greatest live streams I've ever done. That's why I said I would never give this up. Because the jokes, I don't have jokes planned, bro. I swear I don't. But it just comes. Oh my God, bro. Oh my God, I be taking my own stuff out with that. And then you see why I said, why would I not pass this same type of courage and encouragement and enlightenment and funniness around? It's like, bro, people need this. Imagine being in a world where nothing's going right. Do you want to see people like them, or you want to see people like me that's like happy? Got the joy of the Lord on your side, man. Like, do you want to see that stuff? I want nothing but people like that around me. So I'm like, I don't see what the problem is. Like, people are joyous, they throwing jokes. Like, we need people that throw jokes right now. We're going through a crisis, man. People going through a midlife crisis or a country crisis or all type of stuff, man. Crisis in your finances, in your mind, your mental, your health, all type of stuff, man. We need people like this. It's already a known fact, bro. When you upset, you always got to watch funny stuff, man, to kill your mood, bro. When I'm upset, I go watch funny stuff, man, because it makes me laugh. It makes me forget of what I'm dealing with. That's why they say laughter is the best medicine. Like, bro, literally, it kills a lot of your sorrow, bro. You feel me? That's why I say when you see people that you get around, and everybody know when somebody going through a breakup, what's the first thing they try to do? They cheer him up. And then they know when you're crying, what they do, try to make you laugh. Because they know if they can make you laugh while you're crying, you're going to make them keep laughing and be funny. Like, it's just how it is. The last thing you want when you crying is somebody else sitting by you crying too. Like, you don't want that. You want somebody to kind of cheer you up. Oh my gosh, man. And people have a problem with this, bro. They have a problem with this. I'll say, yeah, it makes sense. It definitely makes sense. Anything makes sense when you're a weirdo. So. Yeah. Like I said, sometimes y'all gotta ignore me, man. I'm too much, man. I'm a handful. First off, we're gonna rate the fit, bro. Before I get the fit dirty, let's rate the fit, bro. Hold on. I'm looking too fresh today. Rate the fit. Hold on. Rate the fit. Oh, yeah, yeah, oh. Papa, y'all Dominican up. Papa, y'all Dominican up. Oh. Da-da-da. Da-da-da-da. 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 Da-da-da. Dominican Bobby. It really does. What's that? It really does. That's one of the reasons I love this Discord, bro. We have a lot of laughs over here, man. That's what it's about, bro. I think he's out of J13s. I can't remember. I got so many pairs of these, so I don't even know. 80% of my shoes are J's, so. Actually, I think 90% of my shoes are J's, so. But yeah, that's why I said we have a great time, man. Just have a great time. Like I said, y'all see me, I come out here, and that's why I said people are looking at what we doing. People be laughing when they walk past. They look at the community, they want to be a part of it. People are subscribing to the channel like daily, you feel me? Everybody's coming here and wants to be a part of stuff, bro. Because again, we have a great place, man. It's a great place that everybody want to be at. I'm showing y'all type of stuff, showing y'all type of beautiful stuff. You know what I'm saying? We can see palm trees, you can see gift baskets or whatever they do. You know what I'm saying? It's a great community, man, great spot. So that's why I said, I'm like, bro, it's something that everybody wants to be a part of, you know what I mean? So I said, the only ones that don't want to be a part of this are the idiots. I said, they just dumb. I said, everybody else is cool. They are normal human beings, so those are the ones I want anyways. Even the little children. You see little children in the background want to be in this. They always try to be in my little vlogs and stuff like that, or live stream, you feel me? Everybody wants to be a part of this, bro. You feel me? You know, you won't pay $300 for these, boy. My shoes are not cheap. They cost some money. Bro, all my shoes cost some money, dude. Yeah, stuff ain't cheap, boy. You pay for it, you can have it. You go get your own fresh pair of J's and then go watch a fresh pair of J's. Yeah. So yeah, man, that's why I said we having a great time over here, bro. You feel me? So that's why I wanted to continue to keep bringing y'all the videos. And, you know, sadly, I wanted to do the vlogs. I don't think I'm going to be able to do those no more right now, or really at all. I don't really want to. So, where are we going to set up? Let's set up, I'll set up right here then. Yeah, that's why I said I'll be like, I don't know what y'all be saying when y'all watch me. It's like, Steve is a nut, you know what I'm saying? So, like I said, it's still early, so maybe at 9 o'clock or so if y'all want to go over in the Discord and talk, I don't know. I know, I'll be silly, man. But that's why I said I'm known for making people laugh. I'm always like it, man. Like, I be having a simple conversation, bro. I just be making people laugh, bro, because I'm just funny. You know what I'm saying? I'm just funny like that. And it's not even that I try to be. It's just I'm authentic. I just try to be authentic as I can. Sometimes I don't even be using my funny voice like I be using on here. I was talking to people last Monday, and I'm just sitting here talking in a normal, regular voice, but because what I was saying was funny and it made sense, people was over just cracking up laughing. I'm like, I didn't even think it was even that funny, bro. Like, That's why I said, like I said, I've been out the game for a little bit, but Steve always been popular with the ladies, because like I said, I can make people laugh. Good looking. Looking straight. Looking spazzy. And like I said, I'm funny on top of his shoes. They might not like me no more, but they did at first. They still think of me. That's why they come back like 2 months or 2 years later. Hey, so I was thinking about you. And yeah, old buddy left, didn't he? he don't treat you like I used to, did he? Yeah, that's what it is. They were like, we always just had the greatest times. Yep, sure did. We could. I said, no, we had old times. We don't have it no more. Oh, no, not that screaming kid. Jesus, please. That kid was out here the other day. I said, yo, I was like, bro, throw your kid in this grass. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to let y'all know, like I said, we gonna go over there. Gonna chop it up. You got to get back to doing what we used to do, man. Yeah, in the community. What y'all want to talk about, yeah? When we good? That's why I said, bro, I did a little Uncle Ruckus skit today. And I was going to go get my food, bro. I just went and did like a short little skit. I had this music in the background playing like, brum, brum, bum, 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 bum. And I just started talking like him, bro. And I was, oh my God, it was funny. It wasn't up but like 15 seconds. But I'm crying, laughing. I'm just like, bro, why did I do this? Like, bro, why did I do this? I got a short parody on the channel called, it's going to be a new thing we're doing on the channel. It's called Steve Cosby. I'm actually working on it, bro. I got to go get an old sweater and get like the sunglasses like Bill Cosby and the cane. Oh, it's going to be funny, bro. That's a rapper, Mike Jones said. If that ain't the truth, hold on. Candy, hold on. Candy. How's the Sunburn Mastering going? So, the candy is great. Yeah. Everything else is good. It's going. My boy. Appreciate you, man. Thank you. Hey, man. The original OG comes in. See what I'm saying? Man, that's a watchman I can trust. He said, watchman, that's a man I can trust. Lee Lemon. Old buddy over there. Man, nobody ever donates $19.99 to me. I wish I could pull an audience like that. I'm so angry right now, you have no idea how angry I am. If I could show you how angry I am, you would know how angry I am, but I'm really angry at this point. What, you got no emotions and anything? I said something with the, it's hard to do the voice sometimes, like when you're laughing, and then like you keep doing it, it's kind of like, it's just the way that you talk though, like you have to like do your tongue a certain type of way, and you gotta kind of like do your face a certain type of way so it like pronounces the vocabulary. I said, oh Lord, I embrace it. I forgot how I said it, bro. I said, oh Lord, I embrace it. I said, every time, what did I say, bro? I said every time. I said, what did I say? I said, oh Lord, I mean, every time you get on this app, it's always one of these hungry looking niggas talking about what the logo they're like they know. I said, when we gonna stop giving these high yellow fellas? He said, Ali talking about he don't like the Vietnamese. He's like, no, he said, what did he say, bro? What did he say, bro? He said, no, what did he say, dude? He said, see, I can't even do it there, bro. He said, man, why God bless you, Robert? He said, he said, well, Ali. He said, see, all the great, he said, all the best, I can't do his voice right now because the candy's in my mouth. He said, that's why all the best fighters are always been wide. He said, name me one heavyweight black champion fighter that's ever been black. That's all what you gonna say, Muhammad Ali. He said, "I Leo right talk about ain't no Vietnamese that call me a nigga. Why I call you a nigga? I'm a nigga. Oh my gosh, man. It's hard to do. It's what you gotta like really be in character to do that, you know what I'm saying? And the music is what adds to it too. So when I put the music to it, I started crying, bro. Cause somebody actually put like some type of rap beat to it. It was funny, bro. It's like brum, 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 brum. It's the part where it's like brum, bum, 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 brum, 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 brum. I said, bro, who came up with this tune, bro? No, we gonna have fun on this channel trolling y'all. Watch. We gonna have so much fun, dude. Oh my gosh, man. I need everybody to be in here right now, man, because like I said, when I get up here and go over to the Discord, I want everybody to know that. Because some of them probably don't think I'm doing it tonight. So that's why I said I'm trying to get everybody in here now so they know. Yeah, I love that. He said, so you know that we know that you know. He said, there are known knowns and known unknowns. He said, how you know? He said, because there's known knowns and known unknowns. Oh my gosh, bro. Yeah, it's Lil Reezy. Yeah. What he said, Steve, I was on IG the other day, and this dude said Don leads to cancer. What is Don? But he never exposed what harmful compound ingredient it actually is. Are you talking about the bleach? Or is that the laundry detergent or something? I don't know. I don't listen to people, man. People say anything is caused by anything now. These are the same people that think that the lizard people are talking to them. Like, I don't listen to people no more. Nothing, bro. And I said, buddy, if it's Don, bro, like I said, I'm pretty sure Febreze got it, and I'm pretty sure Downey got it, and I'm pretty sure every other product got it too. It's all the same stuff. I said, well, why we ain't figured this out to just now, dude? Like, come on, man. Like, I don't know if people want me to tell them. Like, I said, if you don't want to use it, man, just don't use it. I don't know. Let me tell people. I don't know. People come with these conspiracies all the time. I said, Steve, what you think about the fluoride in the water? I'm like, it ain't like I control it, bro. That's why I says pray over your food, man. Pray over your water. Like, I don't know what to tell you. You don't know what kind of particles are floating in there, bro. Like I said, you've been leaving your turkey out, your turkey sandwich out. Somebody being in that room farting, dude. You over eating a fart turkey sandwich. Like, that's why you pray over your food and don't leave it sitting out, bro. People be propping up their little nasty feet on the table, bro, while you over eating your nachos, dog. I pray over my food and take my food elsewhere, so I ain't gotta be around there, dude. People are more disgusting than any germ and bacteria out there, dude. Believe me. People are the bacteria. Imagine the dude coming out using the bathroom and he's touching all on the bread. It's like, bro, he's nasty.
Wait, so
the bread is crunchy. It turned into a muffin roll, cuz it ain't crunchy. What are we doing, y'all? I don't even know what we're doing.
What are you doing?
Of course they say anything for clicks and views, man. People will do anything. I can get on here right now talking about the moon is going to fade into the sun because my dog walked backwards and talked last night. Like, people going to get on for real? Seriously? I didn't know that was a thing. I was like, yep. Some idiot going to believe it. Somebody, I swear, the Lord showed me that too. I swear somebody always does that. It's like, people just, it ain't even that people are just like spiritually dumb. I just think people just want to be relevant. They want to just be in alignment with somebody so bad because they ain't got no friends. So it's just like they look for anything that anybody's saying, just like, hey, I say that too. People be sitting there dead line, boys, like sitting there straight line. I said, yeah, I noticed that too. I'm like, boy, ain't nobody, like, boy, shut up. I said, it's not hard to convince people to do nothing no more, boy. You. That's why I say, you know how hard it is to convince a whole bunch of people to commit a mass suicide for some code? You tell your average American that, they're going to be like, man, absolutely not, absolutely not. You tell some idiot that don't got no discernment, oh yeah, we all got to be in line. Yep, the spaceship is coming, and they'll go do that. I'm like, y'all so stupid, bro. Right. I said that's the ideology of a man that got fired from every job he's ever been at. People was at work trying to talk to me about that. I said, boy, pick your boxes up so we can go home, dude. We had a job that we don't get finished till everybody finished. Buddy want to talk about conspiracy theories and white people. I said, well, you know what, bro? Let's get out of here around the white people and around conspiracy theories and let's go home. Like, pick your boxes up, G. You trying to get out here at 6:30, man, not 7:09? Like, what's wrong with you? A white boy I worked with, his name was Sauce, boy. This is the blackest white guy you would ever know, bro. This nigga name was Sauce. That boy was on every conspiracy theory that there was, man. He said, nah, man, the music, they trying to do certain frequencies, man, to make people a certain type of way. He's like, nah, the aliens are coming and they're gonna take over. I'm just like, bro, can you handle your boxes so we can go home, Sauce? I'm trying to go home. Like, I understand what you're saying. That's true to what you're saying, but you're kind of weird, though. No, I ain't gonna lie, you're kind of weird. But Buddy was on. That's why I said, see, I always want to come over and talk about. He said, nah, that's why they got the whole gay agenda. They're trying to do this. And he was like, nah, see, he said, they're trying to emasculate men and all that. But he's sitting here painting his nails. I said, Buddy, now, I'm not one to be a stickler, but I'm like, you talking about emasculated men, but you paint your nails. He's like, yeah, man. He said it ain't gay for men to paint their nails. I said, all right, bro, whatever floats your boat. Can we go home? Like, I'm trying to go home, Sauce. I'm gonna get my money, bro, so I can go home, bro. I ain't trying to talk all day, man. And those are the people I don't tell who Pastor Darby is, because when they hear Pastor Darby, they think he going along with their conspiracy theories. I'm like, nope. They ain't gonna never leave you alone. Oh my God, dude. That's why I said, think of the people that y'all know in your life. Y'all got anybody in your life? Think of that one person that won't leave you alone. Think of those people times 20 when they come to me. There are people who will not leave me alone, dude. Like, they will not. I thought dealing with ex-girlfriend or like some crazy girl you talk to, like, I thought that was bad. The worst people is the ones that know Darby. They be the main ones in your DM, man, all on your stuff. You feel me? On your social media, trying to follow everything. It's like, and again, not everybody bad. Not everybody does it in the bad way. I get it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not talking about them. If it's some of y'all, I'm not talking about y'all. But I said it's the extremists. It's the ones that's too extreme, man. I said, man, hold on. I said, man, y'all take that stuff too far, man. Like, stop all that, bro. You feel me? That's why I said I had a nigga on here trying to tell people, like, because again, they take stuff too far, man. They get weird, and they talking about, like, they was like, nah, they was like, see, people don't know who Darby is, man. They don't care about him. I'm like, you don't even know the nigga yourself. Like, how you gonna talk about something? That's why I said, see, when you not there, dude, you don't know. You just talk. That's why I told you, I said, bro, if you talk on stuff you don't know, I said, because I had people like that for years. That was another weird nigga on Louisville the same way. It's all weird Negro. He said, hey, man, he said, nah, man, they killed your father, bro. I know they killed your father. I said, boy, if you don't get out of my face, I'm going to do something to you. He said, nah, bro, I'm going to do something about this. I said, boy, if you don't get out of my face, I'm going to do something to you. I'm over trying to get gas, man. I don't want to talk about this with you, Negro. You don't even know us. He came with one of the sisters at our church, man. Negro came like 2 times and met Darby like maybe once. So, like, he's a weirdo. He said, man, they set me off, bro. He's like, nah, man, they got Darby. I said, boy, I'm about to get you if you don't shut up. Keep running your mouth. I said, who you gonna get? There's nobody to get, and if there was, who you gonna get? You don't even know who you going after. How about I started getting the people that allegedly did something to Darby? Do something about the people in your life. Like yourself. I mean, Buddy's sitting there telling me he gonna slap for Darby, but you out here on the corner, but you can't even slap for yourself. How you gonna slap for a man? I'm like, don't try to be all deep and wise now, boy, please. You came to Destin Ministries like 3 times. Don't act like that you knew Darby personally. That's why it's always them type of niggas. They ain't never met dude one time, and now you think you know what's going on. People swear they think they know your father more than you. That's why I said, notice they ain't never came to my face and said he was the only one, because again, we was kind of cool. Cause I mean, I would say what's up to him every now and then. But he found out real quick because he tried to do it to mama, and mama almost pulled out him. She was like, hey, dude, don't walk over here again. Because he weird. That's why I said people come over with that old weird ideology. It's like, bro, y'all be weird, dude. Y'all be messing with people. Leave us alone. That's why I said they be trying to walk up on us all the time. Like, boy, we stay strapped, dude. We don't play that.
Yeah, but it works. I mean,
Mama almost pulled out on this Negro. She said, hey, man, don't walk up on me again, dude. Mama's not soft. I gotta tell you, Mama's not soft. See, I wasn't there when that happened. I said, had I been there, I'd did something on me. That's why I said, I'm tired of you little weird Darby nut fools. I'm not tired of y'all, bro. Y'all be weird. Don't let that man get you whooped. I'm trying to tell you. What's up, Empress? What's good, girl? Right. Hey, what's your take when it comes to a 9-to-5 job and management as always? Like I say just, I don't know. The old me would say still company time, but the new me says do the right thing. But the new me still says take extra 15-minute breaks if y'all want to. What's up, y'all? Y'all doing? My white woman over here, y'all. Somebody in a party mood today, boy. Need y'all energy. No, y'all good, y'all good. Shoot, these white women love Steve. Well, she just say give us your handle. What does that mean? That could be username or that could mean something else. Girl, you wouldn't be able to handle it. My girl, like I said, the old 2013 me will fall for you. So, girl, the 2026 me coming up is the Dr. Umar. I don't go for it. No, snap. So, if it's snowing, maybe I'm going out. Maybe. Hold on. That'd be Uncle Ruckus's dream right there. Hold on. People on the show, dude. That's why I said people just be a bunch of losers, dude. That's why I said, boy, you can't amount them to nothing. That's why you talking on me all day. You feel me? It's like people are just weird. Like, but that's why I told people, I said, listen, I'm all for people talking about, you know what I'm saying, talking about Darby, that's fine. But I said, just don't be a fanboy. That's why I tell people, don't be a fanboy. Because I know people like that now that's doing it. I'm like, bro, stop doing that. You know what I'm saying? I said, don't just try to talk about Darby to get close to me. Because like a lot of times people get close to you because they think they think you're going to give them something that Darby had. I'm like, I'm not Darby, I'm me, dude. I'm not going to give you anything, bro. So I don't know what to tell you. And I don't want to tell you nothing either, man. I said, look, I didn't do this channel for people like you, so I don't know what to tell you. So that's not my problem. Told y'all, man, like, people gotta learn to stop that old fanboy foolery, man. We ain't nobody trying to do that. I don't like fanboys, man. That's why I say I don't like people talking about celebrities, because they are the worst, man. You don't even know this dude, you know what I'm saying? Or this girl or whoever. You gonna see. So, yeah, the ladies do love Steve. I missed the time when it was the ladies that was all up on trying to talk to Steve and not the men. It's the men, bro. It be the men now, dude. Oh, that spirit of Diddy ain't never been heavier, boy. That P. Diddy and R. Kelly spirit is heavy, boy. But I'm telling you, boy, Negroes just be all up on people. Just, oh my God, man. I've never seen men try to blow up your DMs more than women. I've never seen that, man. So I cannot with you. Well, much love to you. You stay safe. You play this live stream tomorrow when you need to laugh, because you know somebody at work might get on your nerves. But Steve is here to serve. So. Come on. It don't work like it. I said, bro, just because I got blessings or whatever, it doesn't work like it. Like, you're not getting an impartation from me. I'm not giving you nothing, dude. Like, you're gonna get the music, and that's it. You can't do nothing else. I said, well, then don't talk to me. Bro, dude be the spirit of Diddy, man. The spirit of Johnson & Johnson, cuz. It's like, bro, what do you want? What you want, bro? So freaky D type Negroes, like, bro, they want to come over and try and be deep. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I have people trying to come over and tell me how deep they are. I don't care. Like, bro, Steve does not care about that stuff, boy. I care more about my oatmeal. I do not care about you, dude. I love you in God's way, but I don't want to talk to you about your spirituality. That's for you and God to figure out, bro. I'm not called to do that with you. You know what I'm saying? I said, it ain't even that you deep. You trying to prove a point. Don't prove a point, bro. I said, and that's why I tell people, I said, bro, be over here with the rest of us, man. I just want everybody to be in one accord. When I have a friend group, I don't want multiple people in multiple groups. I want everybody. That's why I'm doing separate stuff now. But I said I want everybody to be a part of what we're doing, because, again, I don't like being in friend groups where everybody's separated. I want people that's in here on one accord, man. That's why I said, that's what happened with the old last salamander that was in here, man. The old salamander weirdo, man, was trying to get me alone because she was trying to talk to me one-on-one. She was like, I don't like your people, but I like you. I said, well, I don't like you at all, first off. And I'm like, if you don't like my people, you definitely don't like me. So I'm like, girl, what you talking about? girl was a high three like a high noon. I'm saying, you sitting here thinking that you have a chance with me, girl, please. Never in your life. Never in your life. Well, that palm tree sexy than you. I said, girl, please, that Christmas tree look better than you. Think you got a chance to be one-on-one? I'm like, no, you don't work like that. And then they realize they can't have that one-on-one time. Now I'm always eating now. I'm wrong with you. Your channel sucks. I'm like, yep, so does your life too. Channel doing better than your life. Keep on talking. Hold on. Those messages and keep it to myself, so don't judge. Girl, I ain't talking about you. You know I ain't talking about you. Not today. Not today. But that's why I said, I'm like, boy, we sitting there talking. So that's why I said I'm not dealing with that stuff, man. That's why I told you, anybody that's fanboys, anybody be acting like that, I'm throwing you. I don't have time for that, bro. I love everybody, but I said I'm not dealing with no more weird Negroes, man. That stuff is just mad and obnoxious. You ain't get no blessing from me. That's why I told you, as much as people, like I said, people don't like me now, you ain't gonna like me in a little bit either. I'm like, a lot of people just don't like. It's not even a lot of people. It's just a certain handful of idiots. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody else seemed to come over here and want to be a part of it. What's up, Ben Bell? What's up, girl? You was MIA on the last stream. I knew somebody here was missing. It's like a red sunshine just come in when you walk in. Just, woo! Yep. Well, I told look, you better send some better looking Jezebels, because the ones you send in, if the Jezebels aren't meant for them, no, I'm good. Thy spirit of Diddy shall not hide thy hand on me, literally. And if it's the best Jezebels that you got is a high 3, you're going to have to do better than that. You got to do better than that. Well, I'm like, yeah, it don't work on me like that. I'm sorry. It doesn't work. So. That's why I said we done seen it all, man. So. That's why I said I don't care what people do. I show you what people do, man. And I told you what God does. Look, and I show you what God does. And look what he does every single time. So it don't matter what people do. Ain't no witchcraft, no voodoo hiding in the power of God. So I ain't worried about it, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, we ain't no fool. We always make sure we pray against principalities and all type of stuff, you feel me? But, you know, I ain't walking around fearful. I'm just like, bro, whatever. And all I do is pray to people. I said, all I do is be like, whatever you send on me, I pray it go right back to you. You pray that stuff and then watch. You end up contorted over, folded like a piece of origami. Yeah, remember, I sent that right back. That's why I said they hang themselves with the same trap they was trying to get you with. That's why I laugh at people, man, when they be doing stuff like that. That's why I say you see people trying to rob people and they get smoked, I be laughing at them. I'm just like, see, that's what you get for trying to rob people. Don't do stuff like that. Then they get shot or something. They be like, you shot me. They want to sue the person they was trying to rob. I'm like, yeah, that ain't gonna work. I'm like, nope. Being there trying to break in some woman's house, trying to get at them, trying to get them, you know what I mean? Trying to get them, and then she kill you, and they say, yeah, it's funny. See, that's what you get. You shouldn't have been over it. That's why, like, nah, some people's demise, it's like, nah, you asked for that. It's like, nah, you just dumb. Or we're trying to mess with somebody's child and they smoke you. Yep, that's what you get. And I'm gonna laugh at you too. Can't stand people like that, boy. That's why I say you ain't special. And that's why I tell everybody, I said, look, everybody's special in their own way, but I said when we over here, we all in this chat together, man. You know what I'm saying? We ain't doing no one-on-ones like that. Again, people can send me a message if you want to. If you like want to say, hey, what's up, Steve? That's cool. But the constant blowing up the DMs, don't do that stuff, man. I just had to get rid of somebody doing that. Don't do that stuff. That stuff is mad annoying. It's like, bro, don't do that. You don't have the right to come over doing that. Discord is not a personal one-on-one with me unless I say so, or unless we do have like some type of business or connection or something we doing, you feel me? You don't just get to get a one-on-one with somebody because you want to. You know what I'm saying? You got to respect that person's time. I don't want to talk to everybody, man. I definitely don't want to talk to no man on the phone all day, Negro, please. Have you ever noticed how Negroes always want to get you alone with just them? Not nobody else, just them. Used to be the old freak in the sheets at 2 in the morning, man, want to get you alone away from everybody. Like, bro, leave us alone, man. I don't want to talk to you. Like, what you want to say, cuz? Leave me alone. I don't want to be alone with you, man. Go ahead, bro. You go. Yeah, you go. That's why I said, I don't want to be alone with you, man. Leave us alone, bro.
Leave him alone.
Yeah, that's right. Tell him, bro. Leave me alone. Like, that's why I said, I'm like, bro, people be in here, man, just doing stuff. And then I got to set people straight, bro, because like I said, they do the most. And then I got to let people know, like, see, then when I hurt your feelings, it's not funny. And it's not even me hurting people's feelings. It's just like I established ground rules for a reason, man, to protect all of us, man. Because if they in my DMs, they're gonna be in your DMs. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I said, I'm like, bro, I try not to be mean or rude, but I'm like, whenever somebody talking on some crazy stuff, I'm just gonna start cutting people out. Like, hey, man, don't say that. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't say it again, bro. You feel me? And I'm just like, sometimes we be a little too nice, man. We so busy trying not to hurt other people's feelings, we don't see what they doing. And at first, like I said, I let that individual kind of just, just talk and rant. But then when I realized that there was sensitive people, not sensitive, but just like, just good people that's coming in here, man, and they F-bombing every 5 seconds. It's like, and then again, that runs people off, man. And then old girl was like, hey, I'm gonna have to come on the next one. She said it's a little too hectic in there. And I'm just like, now imagine you hearing that in my chat. R-rated language in a Christian chat. It's like, that's gonna be hard to be like, dang, bro, like I thought this was a great place. You know what I'm saying? I just bragged about how great this place was. I was like, oh, that's a great place. Everybody get along. You feel safe over here. You feel good. And somebody in here F-bombing every 5 seconds. You know what I'm saying? Then that makes me look bad. I'm just like, dang, like I literally just advocated to this person to come over here to enjoy this, and then this is what they have to deal with. So I said, nah, we're not gonna deal with that. So that's why I said, I'm like, I have to say stuff to people, man. You gotta say stuff to people and let people know what's up, you feel me? So I don't like that stuff, man. You know what I mean? And I said, once you mess it up for the people, man, I'm gonna have to say something to you. I don't play this, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm just like, again, everybody's not the most sanctified. Okay, I get that, but I said it really shouldn't be like that, man. And so that's why I was telling fools, I'm like, bro, you can't mix the Holy Spirit and the F word and like three words after it. It don't work like that, dude. It don't work like that. You can't do that. And I said, well, you don't have enough Holy Spirit to know that he don't talk like that, bro. Don't do that. You know what I mean? All I say is have some respect, man. Again, I ain't mad at nobody. Even people that I throw, I ain't mad at you, but I'm just saying, like, you just can't be a part of that, bro. Don't do that. Of course they will, man. Them more dirty apes will say anything, bro. I don't care. They'll do anything. And guess what they doing now? Now they on there talking about they warning people. I told you something about a Negro trying to warn people like they gonna do something. Like, boy, please, you can't even warn white people. Don't come over with that old stuff. There's a dude on the Instagram that's just like me. He deal with them the same way I deal with him. That's why I follow him, because he's funny. He said, look, y'all, they warning people. I said, bro, I know, because I got some idiot warning me too. Like, I know the type. Like, bro, come on, man. I said, yeah, I'm gonna warn you when the white people come around and hang you. I'm gonna warn you when they do that. They get radical, yeah. I'm gonna warn you about that. I said, no, bro, they ain't talking about they warning you. I said, they just warning you that they gonna come talk to you. I said, they ain't gonna do nothing. They gonna talk. They would lose every debate with me, dude. You would lose every debate with me. That's why people don't want to really smoke one-on-one, because they know they're gonna lose. So that's why I made the community, man, like, because I want people to just come in there just peaceful, one-on-one. Like, I mad at people all the time, you feel me? If you've been here long enough, and you seem cool, like I said, I add you, you know what I'm saying? I ain't got no problem with you, feel me? Like, I think everybody in here is in there. I think so, I don't know. Janice, are you in there? You can add yourself in there if you want to, you feel me? I'm just adding everybody, man, that seems cool, you know? Like I said, sometimes it do be a mistake to add some people, because I be thinking like, because again, I try to give people that's in here, if I'm doing like a mass link, like I'm giving everybody, like multiple people, I try to do kind of incorporate somebody in here that I think maybe would be cool. So that's what happened last time. I thought Buddy was all right, because I'm like, well, I'm asking everybody else to come. So I'm like, I didn't want them to feel left out. So I was like, well, he been here a little bit, so you know what I'm saying, let him come. And then you let him come, and you see exactly why I didn't want to invite everybody, because look what they do, you know what I'm saying? And I said, that just looks bad, man. That's why I said, like, I have to call stuff out, man. And like I said, the spirit of offense takes over people. They get offended because then they think you're talking about them. And I'm just like, well, bro, if that's how you feel, that's not my problem. Like, that's why I tell people I'm not necessarily talking to you. I'm talking to everybody. But if that's how you feel, then it ain't my problem. I said, if you have a problem with it, then get out. Like, I'm like, nah, man, we don't do that. You don't be in nobody DMs telling them that they wrong. You don't do that. We don't do that stuff. Go on. I told you, I don't argue with the common nigga no more. I just throw people. I don't have time for that, boy. Like, the worst thing I ever did in life was argue with a nigga, man. Like, cause niggas don't know nothing. They just talk too much. And yeah, I said that word nigga, cause some people are that. Some people is that word. You know the type of people we talk about when we say that word. So. I said, we got love for everybody, but I said some people just can't, not everybody can just, you know what I'm saying? You got love for everybody too, but would you let everybody in your house? No. So that's just some people that just like, some people you would invite over, and then some people you would never tell where you live at. Because, you know, some people are just that type. Like, so I wish I would have really never did that, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to just add everybody. That's what I did. That's why I said I put the, no, hold on. I put the PSA in the chat because I want everybody to know. Because again, it has been a minute since we really did like a lot of this. So I'm just like, sometimes you gotta. I don't think I really ever written up an actual PSA. I was just kind of like just telling people from time to time, like, hey, don't do this, I don't do that. But I'm like, no, it has to be a written agreement. You know what I'm saying? So people can know exactly. You know what I'm saying? And then I was like, if you see what I'm saying, confirm that you see it, man. So we know that you get it. And then you see individuals will confirm it and they'll go right out and do the same thing that they just said that they was not going to go do. And I'm like, see, and this is why I told you have to call stuff like that out, man. Because if you don't, they're going to keep doing this. And that's why I said, like, I noticed in that chat, I was just like, bro, I'm not, like I said, I don't really care that much, you know what I'm saying? Because you be around people like that all the time. But I said, but I understand a lot of people here don't want to hear it, though. I mean, I don't want to hear it either, but I'm just like, it don't really, I'm not sensitive. So I'm just like, whatever, I don't care, you know what I'm saying? But I said what I noticed when people do kind of come in talking like that, they can kill the mood. You know what I'm saying? It was killing a lot of the mood. It's just like, it'd be a big old awkward silence after they would get through talking. It's just like, because they so extreme. It's like, bro, they just doing too much. And I said, bro, you killing the vibe over here. You know what I'm saying? And so then, like I said, they keep doing it. It makes people not really want to talk. And then you try to just be like, let's talk about something else. And they still talking about what they want to talk about. It's just like, it ruins everything, bro. So it really just makes it like, you know what I'm saying? It makes you not even want to involve people like that, bro. You feel me? So that's why I said I don't like dealing with people like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I said I wasn't just adding any and everybody in the chat, man. I was only adding the ones that's kind of like been coming here for a minute that I can kind of sense was cool. You know what I'm saying? And not saying that other people are not cool. It's just, you know what I'm saying? I just don't want to. It's not a place for really everybody right now. You know what I'm saying? I got 10,300 people on this channel. Do I want to add all 10,300 people in the Discord? Absolutely not, bro. That's just too much. Even if they was all good people, it's just too many people to add in there, man. So I'm just like, I can't have that many. I don't even know if Discord even let you add that many people. You feel me? Obviously not. But that's why I said some stuff is just a little, you know what I'm saying, a little bit more exclusive. You know what I mean? And then you remember why it's exclusive, man, because then you see how some people act, man. They treat this like their mama house. It's like, nah, bro, you can't come over here and do that type of stuff. You feel me? That's why I said we love heavy on this channel, man. We really do. But I said, but we cannot deal with people, man, that just ain't gonna deal with their life. I'm not doing it no more. You know what I'm saying? I don't care how much I love you. I don't care who you are. You know what I'm saying? I've had to tell women that I like this, man. Women that I was seeing like this. I said, so if I got to tell them this, it ain't nothing to tell a Negro. Like, bro, I would tell you this every day. Like, I have no problem with it. That's why I said I had to tell people off that I did like. So imagine telling somebody off that I don't like already. I'm like, I would tell you this in a heartbeat, dude. Hold on. So yeah, man. I mean, let's just keep a clean community, man. Like I said, and not just the Discord, this YouTube as well. We doing a great job with keeping this pure, keeping it chill. You know what I'm saying? All the Hellraisers are pretty much out of here. You know what I'm saying? All the people that be stars, stuff being weird, they out of here. So we ain't really got to worry about that no more. You know what I'm saying? Eventually we'll get somebody here that's just an idiot. But then we'll all have fun, like, taking turns ripping them up. So I'm just like, if you come over here wrong, just know what you're going to get. We not soft over here, so. You know what I'm saying? And then sometimes I'm just like, sometimes I feel like entertaining it because I'm just like, okay, it's funny. I got something for them. And then sometimes I'm just like, okay, here you go. Click. Like, old little fat boy the other day, they wanted to come over here and get mad because I was charging people memberships. I'm like, he didn't even have to get one. He was mad because I was even charging people a membership if they want to get one. I didn't make people get one. He came in here on a patty melt. I'm just like, okay, well, you know what? All right. I said, here how about this, Tubby? You ain't got to worry about it. Block. I'm like, boy, we trying to talk about the greatest moments of Pastor Darby's birthday, and this nigga right here talking about a freaking membership. It's idiot, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, today I don't have time to roast you, Tubby. I got to go do stuff. Like, I ain't got time to talk to you, dude. I said, go roll your fat stuff to your mama and leave us alone. I don't want to hear you, bro. Go on somewhere. You want to talk? I say, okay, it's a joke. Okay, block. We done talking to you. Go on. Sometimes I'm just not in the mood. I'm just like, you an idiot, dude. This is the worst time to try to start stuff. We trying to talk about something serious here. You know what I mean? I said, then I'll throw the jokes later. I won't throw them in the moment, but I said, I'm throwing them later because I'm just like, see, you mess up a moment, then we're going to talk about you since you want to act like it. Maybe watch your mouth before you come over here so we ain't got to say nothing to you. Like, hold on. I have no idea at this point, man. Nothing even surprises me. You know what I said? How you doing? When it comes to anything, man, politics, any of that, it doesn't surprise me. But I said when it comes to Trump or whatever, I don't even know. Bro. At this point, I don't even. It's whatever. That's why I say on this channel, man, when you deal with people like this, you see it all. You like, I don't even care no more, dude. Because people just be like so slow. It's just like it's like they don't even know why they like it. They just are. It's just like that stuff is like mad obnoxious. Like, why you like this? You know what I'm saying? And so people had the issue because I was calling people out because I'm not going to let you behave like a hooligan on my page. Like, no, you don't get to do that. And then they was like, well, your delivery, the way you say, I can say stuff wherever I want to say stuff, dude. You go tell these old weird idiots that come here and start stuff that. Go tell them that. Don't worry about my delivery, boy. Worry about the troll that come in here. That's why I said that's a weak, spineless man. Some weak, spineless nigga that can't shut up. That's one of them type. This is one scene you getting attacked from outside, though. See, you just got to go tell people to repent. I can go tell people whatever I want to tell them, boy. I ain't cussing them out. I ain't telling them that I hope God do something to them. Unlike you, I don't tell people that God's going to do something to them. I tell them I'm going to do something to you if you come over here. I don't put God in it like, nah, bro, it's between me and them. They got an issue, well, let's settle this. Like men or whatever you is. I'm like, I don't play that. Don't worry about my delivery, boy. Worry about the weirdo that keep coming over here disturbing the peace. It's always one of the type people, man. That's why I said this is why I can't stand sensitive men. I can't stand sensitive men. I cannot stand it, bro. Daddy didn't like weak men. I don't like weak men either, bro. I expect the women to kind of be like that because, you know, women are a little bit more fragile. But a man, it's something about a fragile man, man. That's just... That's why I said, and it's true. That's why I said this Discord is really rare, man. Like, this is a great place, dude. People love being over here. They love talking. Not everybody like group chats, man. I don't even like those things, man. But I'm in several of them. I don't even pay attention to them. I had to mute some of them because I'm just like, I don't even want to be in this, bro. I don't even look at this. Oh, yeah, do be. Like I said, a lot of these dudes be weak, man. They just soft. So I'm like, you know what? Since y'all want to be soft, I said, we going to see how all these women I do you. Which is why I said, like I said, over at A Steve, Simply Steve, whatever it is, we lift up everybody. We lift up, like I said, we lift up our black folk. We lift up our black men, black women. But I said, now we definitely going to start doing a lot with the black women, dude. Because I said, since a Negro, angry Negro won't talk, then we going to start making them mad because they won't keep talking. And then we're going to talk about all the black women accomplishments, something that they can never do since they won't talk. We give encouragement to the men, and then we give encouragement to women too. I said every day since people want to come over here belittling people about what God's gonna do, then we're gonna belittle you as a human being since you want to act like it, and show you what God really does do when He uses black women. He get more glory out of one black woman than he get out of a whole 100 Negroes on the corner standing there hollering at people. I promise you, He does. Hold on here. So what's up, y'all? Let's go walking, and then we'll get up off of here. Then we'll have some Discord time, because I know y'all ready for the Discord, ain't y'all? Y'all ready for the Discord? I know y'all. I can see it. Y'all ain't got to tell me. I can sense it. Yeah, like I said, if you're not in the Discord, man, or like I said, if you've been here long enough, you ain't in the Discord, if you want to be in it, let me know. That's why I said I told some people, because they was like, hey, I want to be in the Discord. And I told them, I said, well, look, I'm not just adding people right away. I said, give it time, you know, because I don't just add everybody, you know what I'm saying? I add the ones that's close and the ones that I do think that's, you know, would be a good fit for it, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, you don't know everybody, man. Some people be spies, man, and they be weird. And I don't really care about it when it comes to me, but when it comes to everybody else, your privacy is very important to me, you know what I'm saying? Everybody don't want their information being blabbed. Everybody don't want their stories being told, you know what I'm saying? Like, so you got to find the right people that you can feel comfortable. It takes a lot to be vulnerable in front of people that you don't know. You know what I'm saying? It takes a lot to be vulnerable in front of your own family. So I'm like, imagine a bunch of strangers you have never met, you know what I'm saying? And when you telling them your story and you telling them like the stuff you maybe have been through or the stuff that you've done, you don't want people judging you in there. You don't want people looking at you like you crazy, you know what I'm saying? And then you definitely don't want to be thrown in your face, bro. Like, imagine what that look like and how that feels, you feel me? And so that's why I tell people, I said, bro, when you come here, I was like, make sure you have respect. That's why I said I don't want just any and everybody in here, because I'm like, look how people treated. And I said, we not throwing nothing in nobody's face, man. Even if we don't like them, we fall out with them. I said, we not gonna throw their stories or they deep stuff in their face. That's not funny. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes people would do that. They'll throw low blows. One thing about Steve, I don't throw low blows. Like I said, I might throw some jokes, but I ain't gonna throw no low blows that I know that's like super serious or personal. Cause I'm like, I wouldn't want nobody doing that to me. You know what I'm saying? That's just not stuff you do. You know what I'm saying? I can handle you without cussing you out, and I can handle you without throwing below the belt. You feel me? So, you know what I'm saying? People need to feel like they need to feel like they can trust you before they tell you stuff. You know what I mean? That's why people do love talking to me, man, because I will never throw your information out there. Even if I fall out with you, I never throw your information out there, even if I can't stand your guts. I would never tell anybody. Yeah, live, bro. Yeah. Yo.
What's that?
It's Simply Steve. Yes, sir. Got you, bro. See that? And like that, a community is being built. Boy, I'm about to be famous out here. If I ain't already. Shoot. But yeah, that's why I said, like, people need to feel like that they can trust you, man, and feel like that they know who they talking to. Because if they don't know who they talking to, you know what I'm saying, they're not gonna tell you everything, man. We're not just your co-workers, man. Like, we actually somebody that's close with you, you know what I mean? And people will tell you in this chat, boy, we'll be here for you first before your own family, man. Sometimes your own family don't even care about you, but we do. You know what I'm saying? And people really do start to find a lot of their self-worth and love on this channel, man. That's a great thing about it. That's a great thing about that. You know what I'm saying? I made sure we established that over here, man. Got enough hell on earth and negativity, man. Like, dealing with people, man. Our whole life we've been around negative people, man, and just death and destruction and failure, and you know what I'm saying? People running their mouth all the time and daggone just the worst. And that's why I said this is the one place you can come in where you ain't got to worry about this. So I said, bro, when it come to the chat, I said, I can't have people in here talking like that. I can't have people in here, mother effer and this and that and this and that. Like, we can't be doing all that, bro. Like, that ain't for that, bro. And I said, people treat it like they local club or they local friend group. Like, nah, man, we not like that, bro. I said, when you over here, man, you got to understand that people need to have a safe spot, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because when you talking like an angry Negro, guess what you doing, bro? You scaring the women. You think the women are going to want to come in here and be fragile and be vulnerable with people that's in here talking like that? Like, you really about that? Like, bro, they're not going to feel comfortable with that. Because then they're going to look at you, they're going to be like, he's a weirdo, man. Like, he one of them dudes on the street. Like, well, I don't talk to him. You know what I'm saying? But when you come in here around real men, and real men that love God, and that respect women, and women come over here that love God and respect men, when you got people that are respectful, it's a great community. Nobody's over top of each other. Ain't no man better than no woman. Ain't no woman better than no man. Steve ain't better than y'all. Y'all ain't better than me. We all are just cool, bro. I run the channel because it's my channel. But it's also y'all channel, so I'll let y'all run some stuff too. So I don't got to, because I know this is more of y'all field than it is mine. I'm going to stay in my music lane. Y'all stay in y'all creativity or y'all moderator or your security lane or whatever you're doing over here, you stay in that, man. And it's nice to have a community that can run itself. It's nice to have a channel that can run itself. So I get to go focus on some other stuff. That's pretty good. You know what I mean? No, we got content creators out here. We got a lot of TikTokers out here. The city's just so big. We got 2 million people here. So, oh no, they all over the place. I just tell everybody, like, bro, just honestly, man, play your part, man. Literally. Play your part. So you ain't got to worry about, like I said, man, I got to get my dreads retwisted, bro. It's getting itchy. It's getting itchy. But that's why I said, like, bro, play your part, man. Because like I said, you never know what part you can play over here. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you're good at, man, whatever you like doing, I said, bro, you can come be a part of that. You feel me? So that's why I said every position is not for everybody. You know what I'm saying? I have certain people in positions for a reason. You know what I'm saying? But if you want to be a part of a community, man, like I said, like, I don't mind adding people. I don't mind having people there. But the thing I always fear, that's the thing I always worry about, is like people can make other people stumble. See, you can't stumble me. Steve don't care about nothing. So I don't never care about what you say. I'll never listen to you because I don't listen to weirdos. But I said, but somebody else, they might be susceptible to that. That's why I said when people come over here talking about my family, and this old little talking biscuit is over here talking about us and talking about me and God's gonna do something. I said, see, I don't fear that stuff because I don't fear a Negro. So that don't work on me. But somebody who don't know God, they scared of that and they really think that that's gonna happen. And I don't want somebody like that in my community making people think like something gonna happen to them, and they already giving people word and prophecy. and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I know it could cause people to fall, man, and be scared. So that's why I tell people, I said, bro, like, if anybody, I said, listen, we don't play that old trying to be deep stuff over here, man. Like I said, we don't do that. You ain't got to be deep, just be yourself. You know what I'm saying? Don't never come over here and tell somebody the Lord told you to give him a word. Don't never do that, because I would throw you for that. I seen it out in church, man. So I know weirdos. I know people with that old trying to be seen background. I don't do that. So I told anybody over here, if you see that stuff going on, you tell me immediately, because I would throw you. That would immediately get you banned. I do not play that. Like I said, we talk about God, we talk about the word, but you are not nobody's pastor or prophet. Everybody got a pastor or prophet. Let them follow that person. They don't need to follow you. And so the encouragement community is great. We're going to have a lot of that type of stuff. I said, but it's not for giving out prophecy. So I have to really indicate. That's why I put people over it that I can trust. People that I know that's like, okay, I know they're not like it. Because people know how I feel about that. And then a lot of people already watch Pastor Darby, so they not spiritually weird. They understand that, you know what I'm saying? Because if I was to give it to a lot of other people, that's what they would be doing. And it'd be the same type of people that's trying to rile up the crowd to veto you out of your own chat. Like, they trying to throw you out, you know what I'm saying? And so I'm just like, you know, they'll be the type of Negroes that took 1/3 of your army, like Satan took 1/3 of the angels. Like, them type people, you feel me? Trying to get people on their side. So I said, we don't play sides over here. I said, and the people over here respect me because I'm legit and authentic. Because they're legit and authentic. So you can't make us turn on each other. And if you try, we all gonna turn on you. So it feels good to have people that's not just like friends, but they like family, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep that type of connection going, bro. You know what I'm saying? The Discord's not even a... Some same guys in that truck, man. They making like duck noises. I don't know what that is. But that's why I said, like, the Discord's not even a year old, man. We had it since, like, I think February. So, you know what I'm saying? And we've been doing some big things with it. I'm trying to remember what life was like before that. You feel me? Everybody only came on here on the channel when I went live. Nobody had each other DM. We never met each other in person. You know what I'm saying? So we all kind of like, hey, what's up, y'all? You come in. We didn't see you that day. Well, you ain't here. You know what I'm saying? But now we got something where we on every day, man. And although we don't use it as much sometimes, and sometimes we can't because we work and we understand. Like, you know, you get sidetracked. You ain't trying to be on all the time. And, you know, but when you come over here, like I said, you know, it's a great place, man. Because sometimes, man, like I said, we used to have some bitter people in there, man. We had an old sister soldier in there. It was old girl was over, man. Just, ugh. And they ruined the mood, man, because they so daggone sensitive. And that's why I said I don't like extremely sensitive people, bro, because this is what they do. And you couldn't say nothing, man. You got to walk on eggshells and mushrooms because the Negro in their feelings today. I'm just like, I said, I'm not doing that. They decide when they want to joke, and today they're not in the mood and tell everybody leave them alone. I said, well, the Negro, get out my chat then. Don't be over here. I don't like your people to get out my chat. You know what I'm saying? I don't like the way you handle that. Well, Negro, get out of my chat. Why are you here? If you don't like the way I run stuff, then you can know what the door is. That's why I say they're like a weak, spineless Negro won't come and tell you they don't like something. But you over here, though. Go. You don't gotta, I don't go to somebody's page I follow and say, I don't like your content, bro. Get off the page then. Let's not forget, you got the invite here from me. I gave you the invite. And I can easily take the invite away if that's how you feel. You didn't choose to be here. I chose you to come over here, bro. You can't just subscribe to this channel. You can't just do that unless you got the link. You doggone Negro want to tell you that they don't like what you said, but then get off my page, man. Go. Don't waste your time, dude. We are almost in 2020 daggone 6, bro. We are not in 1994. We done with that, bro. Go. Get on. Stop talking to us, then. Leave us alone. Don't forget who invited you over here. I said, so if you can't act right, you won't get another invite anywhere else. And then not only do people get thrown off the channel, the page, I said when they start acting funny like that, they also get thrown off the channel. Because they're going to come to the channel and do the same thing. So I got to make sure we throw you off two different things, bro, because you can't act right. That's why I say, like, bro, don't mess up something good that you have, man, just because you in your feelings. I'm trying to tell you, man, people's feelings get them in trouble all the time, bro. Ain't nobody over here did nothing wrong to you. Ain't nobody did nothing to hurt your feelings. I said, nah, you just a weird individual who don't want to deal with your life. Nobody's playing that stuff anymore. Like, bro, that stuff is so annoying. Like, stop. Let's have a great time. Let's continue to, like I said, love God and do what we doing. Have a good old life. And let it be that, man. Why are you worried about stuff over? I said, man, it'd be sad. It's like, bro, we ain't even had a Discord a year and people already done got thrown out of here, man. Some people can't even last a week. It's like, oh my God, bro. Like, dang. And I show you right there, these are people that get thrown out of everything they ever been in, man, because they just cannot contain themselves. They can't control their mouth, their attitude, all of that, bro. And I said, I don't like to be like that, but I'm just like, bro, you can't come here doing stuff like that. This ain't your everyday local chat, man. This is a respectable place. Like I said, I'm thinking people know that, but I'm like, but then when you hear them talk, I'm just like, bro, are you serious? That's why I told you, man, don't claim to know my father, man. Don't claim to know Pastor Darby and you talk like that all the time. Like, bro, don't have them, the Holy Spirit, and what you talk about in the same sentence, bro. Don't do that. That proves my point right there when I say this is why I don't like a lot of people that watch my father, because they don't mean they change. You see have y'all seen it now? Y'all see it with your own eyes, what I be saying? Y'all think I just be talking. You seen it with your own eyes. You see it all the time. They listen to the word 24/7, but you see how they still act. You see how they still live. You see how they still talk to everybody. And again, I don't mind what you do. I'm like, but when you coming over here doing that, I said, you see how they have not changed. I said, nah, man, you gotta have respect, man. I got love for everybody, but I said, you gotta have love for us, man. That's some stuff that's just like taboo. You know it's taboo. Even when you cuss up a storm, I said, bro, I used to be like that. I knew when I would say bad words all the time, I said there were certain places I wouldn't say them. Certain people I wouldn't say them around. You definitely don't do it on church property. You don't do it nowhere like that. You're going to do something crazy. Never do it around the house of God. Never do it around mom and daddy, because that's what daddy always said. He said, look, even though y'all getting older, he said, you know, y'all older. So he said, I ain't going to whoop y'all no more, because we was like young teenagers. He said, I ain't going to whoop y'all no more. He said, you know, I can't tell y'all what to do for real. He said, but all I tell y'all, if y'all do go, he said, you shouldn't do it. He said, but if y'all do go do it, don't bring it around me and your mama. He said, all I tell y'all to do is at least don't bring it around me and your mama. Don't bring it in our house. And so, not that we was out there really doing a lot of crazy stuff, but I was like, okay, we understand. You know what I'm saying? Because we always had a respect, man. We always had a reverence of God and a respect for our parents. You feel me? And then you see how some people they have no respect they have no reverence of God. They have no respect for nobody else's stuff. You know what I'm saying? I said, you can cuss up a storm out there, but if you come in here, man, make sure you talk right. You feel me? Then they cussing up a storm in church, all up in your chat doing that stuff. You feel me? What's up, cuzzo? That's why I'm like, nah, people have lost a lot of reverence and respect, bro. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm just like, you know, it would always make you feel kind of bad when you're around a bunch of Bible-believing people that's good people like us. You feel me? And then, like, you say something wrong, or you might, a cuss word might slip you. Like, oh, man, you know, hey, my bad. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes it does happen with some people. We understand. Like I said, we ain't tripping. That's why I said I ain't tripping over it. But I said, but when people are just blank, I'm just like, bro, you too comfortable. And I said, that shows you right there that those people are just comfortable living like that. They comfortable acting like that. They don't care. But they keep talking about Darby. I said, bro, don't mention Darby's name no more, boy. You're going to keep talking like that. Stop doing that. You see how everybody listen to him, but they don't always change, bro. So I told you, just because you listen to Darby don't mean you're a good person. And it don't mean you're a bad person. I'm not saying people are bad. I'm just saying, like, but it doesn't mean that you always do the right thing just because you do. You feel me? Everybody thinks that. That's because, again, people don't know us, man. That's why I said, like, when you don't really have a church background. See, again, when you out there in the world, if you was born like that, you know what I'm saying, you didn't know God, you come to God and you think that when you see people that's in God, they always been like that, you know what I'm saying? So everybody thinks that pastors' kids or you know what I'm saying, people they see was always at once, they was always just holy, you know what I'm saying? That's why Pastor Darby always told his story. He was just like, no, I want y'all to understand where I come from, because that's how he was able to reach people, because he real. If he would have lied and sugarcoated everything, he would have never been able to reach real men, you feel me? Because don't nobody respect people who don't know what it's like. So that's why I said, like, you know, and then like I said, with us growing up, it's like, just because we grew up with two parents in a household did not mean we wasn't hard-headed, bro. We was some of the most hard-headed. You know what I'm saying? As a teenage year, man, Daddy had to really talk to me, man, because, again, I was trying to run the streets, dude. I was trying to run with the power of them, you feel me? I was trying, because, again, I thought that was cool. I was looking on the inside out, because we always grew up in church, so we thought, oh, that's boring, or that's just what, you know, because we didn't know what we had, so we thought, oh, you know, we don't know. You like, oh, well, they having fun out there. Everybody partying, and they doing this, and they doing that, you know what I'm saying? Everybody having sex, and everybody smoking, and everybody, because you think that stuff is cool, because you see everybody else doing it. And so we didn't understand, like, that stuff ain't, somebody from out there who been doing that, they telling us, like, nah, that ain't cool. But we was kind of like, oh, well, that, we missing out. You know what I'm saying? Everybody kept saying you ain't missing out on nothing until we went out there and had to experience stuff ourselves. And I'm like, they right, you really ain't missing out on nothing. You feel me? So daddy was trying to tell me that stuff growing up. He was like, son, he was like, as I got older, as a teenager, he would kind of scold me. But as I got older, he was just like, he said, son, look, he said, you pretty much a grown man. He said, if you need to go out there and figure out for yourself, he was like, me and your mama did what we could. He said, now we raised y'all. We did our job. That's one thing he did say. He said, we raised y'all. We did our job. He said, now y'all grown. It's up to y'all to go figure out what y'all want to do. He said, if you want to go out there and party and figure out what you need to do, he said, you're going to need to figure it out. He said, but you're going to be back, though. He said, I'm going to tell you one thing. He said, boy, you were dedicated to God. You're going to be back. He said, so go figure it out. And so I was like, that's whatever. Because, again, I thought that it was just the old man talking. Like, he's just talking. You know what I'm saying? Because, again, you don't know. So I went out there and I did the basic stuff, man. That's why I said everything except drugs, man, and killing people I did. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I told you. I said, and then you realize, like, yeah, daddy was right. Yeah, it ain't what you think it was. You feel me? It's fun for a minute. Like I said, going out, having fun, partying, it's fun for a minute until you realize this stuff is dumb. And then you look up and, like I said, you done got older. You done realize, like, bruh, that was time wasted. You know what I'm saying? I mean, not that I was, like, crazy, but I'm like, you wasn't always the best. That's what I told y'all. When I get on this channel, I do not sugarcoat nothing, man. I keep it real. If I lied to y'all every day and said, nah, y'all, I ain't never stepped foot in the club, I ain't never said nothing before, y'all would look at me like, man, he capping. Y'all would be like, nah, something ain't real about him. I'm going to keep it real and keep it 100, dude. I did that stuff, too. Just like y'all was doing stuff, I did that, too. I never did drugs. That's one thing I never did, drinking and drugs. I never did that. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of other stuff I did do. So I'm not going to lie about that, bro. So I keep that real 100, man. And that's why people respect me, because I ain't lying on nothing. I don't cap in none of my stories. The reason I was able to reach people on my YouTube is because I keep it real. If I would have hid the fact that I got shot, would have hid all the fact about all the testimonies on my life, nobody would respect me, because they would have been like, bro, you capping, you fake. Because then if the truth would have came out, we're like, oh, well, he did this, he did that. Y'all would have been like, see, man, he ain't real. He trying to fake in front of the camera. I'm not faking in front of the camera. I mean this. I talk. That's why I told you, I said, bro, I don't always, like, sometimes you don't always do the right thing. You still dealing with stuff, man. You still dealing with years of trauma, man. You still dealing with, trying to stand strong and all type of stuff, bro. Like, we human just like everybody else, bro. I'm not going to lie about stuff. I said, why am I supposed to be perfect? Christ? I said, Christ the only one that was. So I said, so why we going to act like that we all was, and we not, bro? You know what I'm saying? So I would be a fool if I try to lie on this camera, man. I ain't going to lie on this camera. And it's true, and that's why I said, like, not that we really went out here and did nothing too crazy, you know what I'm saying? I can't really speak for my siblings. I don't know what they doing. But I know what I did. You know what I'm saying? But that's why I said you ain't stupid. I always knew one thing. I said you might run out there. I never ran too far from God, because I already knew, like, you ain't that stupid. Like, you ain't that dumb. So I'm like, you go out there with an understanding, man, and then you realize, like, when you out there, how dangerous that is, man. Especially coming from Louisville, man, when everything gets shot up and people dying all the time, you feel me? Like, you going out and that's the same night that 2 people done got killed, you feel me? Like, so you realize, like, bullets is flying over your head, you're in the middle of shootouts. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then it gets normal, but it's just like, that was a very dangerous situation, bro. You know what I'm saying? And then you realize you just like, bro, and that's why I said I keep it real over here, man. I'm not gonna front and act like I ain't never did stuff. I did stuff. It ain't like nobody gonna do nothing about it now. You ain't gonna do nothing about it. So I'm just like, bro, that's my testimony between me and God. That's my problem between me and God. So I already had that talk. So I'm just like, people go, he said, yes, I did. And it's the same way I told people, I said, you can clip what I said. And be like, well, he said he did. Yes, I did. And it's the same way I told people, I said, like, yeah, he said he gonna beat me up. Yes, I said I'm gonna beat you up. If you talk crazy on my family, yes, I'm gonna beat you up extremely bad. And you can put that on the internet. Steve Jr. gonna beat you up extremely bad. If you talk about my dead father one more time, I'm gonna beat you up so bad. Yes, I said that. Like, people think I'm a recant for nothing. Like, bro, I'm not clowning on nothing. I mean every word that I say, bro. I'm not capping for nothing. I mean that. I'm going to beat you up real bad. If you talk about my father one more time, you talk about my mom, yes, I'm going to beat you up. I said that. I'm not hiding. People can clear what I say. Like, he said it. Yes, I did say that. I'm telling you I said it. Like, so I don't care. And that's why Daddy always said, yeah, I said it, because I mean what I say. I'm not capping for views. So yeah, if I got on this channel faking and talking about y'all know I'm so deep and dust down, see, the Lord told me y'all would not respect me. Y'all know good and well y'all would not respect me. Y'all would not watch me, and I wouldn't blame you, because I wouldn't watch me either. See, the way you win these young ones, you got to be real. You can't lie about stuff, man. Just because you come from a two-parent household does not mean you always do the right thing, bro. Some of the worst people come from a two-parent household. You have any idea some of these girls I talk to, they be some of the dumbest. Not all of them, but some of them be like the slowest because they don't know life. Sometimes that handicaps them from knowing anything, bro, because all they know is daddy's money. Daddy gonna do it. Daddy's gonna take care of me. Daddy's gonna love me and drive me around. And you gotta be just like daddy. And they're expecting a bunch of young fools, man, with no money and no vision, who still learning how to grow up and get their own stuff. Now they gotta be just like their daddy. They a crybaby, and what they do, run to their daddy every time it get hard, man. Then they realize why they can't be in a relationship. I'm like, bro, some of the worst people be in two-parent households. That's why I told you, don't be no fool. Some of the worst people come from church. Don't be a fool, man. Just because it looks good and it glitters doesn't mean that it's gold. Take it from me, bro. I've been doing ministry for 20-something years. Who gonna lie about it? You think I'm gonna lie about this? We done seen it all. Who would know Darby better than me, except his wife? Except his family, bro. Like, who would know better than us? We've been doing this for a very long time. I'm not gonna lie to you on this. When I told people about spiritual weirdos, bro, it was not me just making jokes, I clowning, I hate people. It's like, bro, it's just literally what goes on. And now people are starting to say, hey, man, I see what you said, because I see the same thing. See, a nigga with no church background that don't know that they just found God, so to them it sounds harsh. It's like, no, you don't know why. And then when you look in the Bible where it talks about beware of wolves in sheep's clothing, and Simon the sorcerer, and there are those that say they are but are not, who is he talking about? Weirdos. Who is he telling us to beware, man, if everybody's cool? He's talking about weirdos. I said, see, when you start to understand, it makes sense. When you don't know nothing, you want to be deep because you think being a man of God is easy. See, it's offensive. Like, it's offensive. This old little weird, ugly little nigga because he's talking. It's offensive to him because he ain't got no church background. But when you come from where I come from, you would know what goes on. See, he don't know that because he's stupid. I said the ones that know this are the ones that's able to talk. And that's why I said I love talking to preachers' kids, because they understand that. See, other men of God understand this because this is what you have to deal with. He ain't got to deal with it because he's not ordained. He's a weirdo who copies other real men that he sees. He mimics people that he sees. Like the rest of them weirdos that mimic what they see. That's why they talk about Jakes, because they want to be Jakes. That's why they talk about Darby, because they want to be Darby. And now they talk about me because they want to be me. I keep it real and authentic over here, man. I ain't going to lie to you on nothing, man, please. I'd be lying if I said I always did the right thing, bro. Why be going to lie? Like, what? Like, bro, come on, man. Who are we kidding? That's why I said it's a process, man. It don't mean we go out here and intentionally do nothing wrong. It's like, okay, everybody falls short from grace every now and then. Okay, we understand that. It's like, okay, we ain't knocking nobody for that. It ain't like I'm willingly going out here and just doing bad stuff. You feel me? That's why I said, who is perfect? No, not one except Christ. That's it. I'm gonna get on this phone and lie, man, because I want some views, because I want people to follow me. I want people to think that I'm flawless. Boy, I'm everything but flawless. And I told people, what you see is what you get. You can't stand to me that makes mistakes. I said, well then, Negro, get off my channel. Go find Christ then. You supposed to find him anyways. What you want me to tell you? That's why people always want to go in this little looking for dirt on. So I'm like, bro, you gonna find dirt on anybody. I don't know why people do this. Like you the only person they gonna find something on. And I said, yeah, let us turn this camera around and we gonna find something on you too. So, except the only difference is, like I said, we can find way worse on you. You find out these Negroes ain't even allowed 100 yards within a school. Oh, freaks. But they sitting here talking. That's why I said, people are like, oh, I didn't know y'all. I was like, bro, every past kid you ask is like it. Everybody, like, we're human beings too, man. Everybody, like, we walk on clouds all day. It's like, no, bro. And even if we was like that, we still had to be born again. It don't matter what you did. You still got to be born again, so who cares? Yeah, people appalled when they found out that we did something. I know we did nothing wrong, but I said if we would have did something, people would have been appalled. But I said, man, look at your kids. If me and Joe would have went out here and smoked weed, they would have like, oh, see Darby kids smoking weed. Why your kids smoking weed? What's the difference between your kid and us? So it's okay for your kid to fail? Is that what you want? It's okay if your child go out here and fail and mess up their life. Have that same reaction when you find out your son out there struggling dope. Go do that too. You over sipping a 40 now, but you sitting here talking about me if I was a sip of 40. Ain't that funny? Oh, it's the pot calling the kettle black, ain't it? Yep, sure is. Silly. They think charge fast, bro. It was just at 9%. It's at 18 now. They I just plugged this up just now. That's why I said we ain't gonna sit right here and act like we don't know what stuff is like, man. Please. That's why people couldn't believe that. Like, oh man, you got shot. Like you immune from getting shot. Like, bro, I mean, of course, hopefully, God forbid that never happens to you. But I said, but you know what? You don't want. I said, bro, some stuff it just happens. You would have never thought somebody like Darby would have died, but he did. That's why I had to tell one of the homies, man, because again, they run their mouth. See, they run their mouth because they trying to be deep all the time. And Buddy said that. He said, nah, if you Christian, can't nothing happen to you. I said, bro, the devil is a lie. I said, bro, that is the biggest slap in the face to them Christians overseas. I said, bro, don't ever say it again, dude. If you Christian, nah, nothing can happen to you because you covered by the blood. That's how you telling me them Chinese Christians ain't covered by the blood. They getting killed every day. Them Korean Christians getting killed every single day. Them African Christians getting buried alive. They are burning them like at the stake like nothing. And they way better Christians than us. You telling me that you special because you a black American, because you Hebrew? You Hebrew niggas are stupid, dude. Y'all so stupid. I don't know why he said the Gentile gonna get in, because y'all are stupid. Dumb. That stuff low-key pisses me off. I said, brother, I told him, I said, hey, brother, well, guess what? Pastor Darby was the greatest man of God we've seen. And I said, he died. So what are you trying to say? What you trying to say? What do you mean by that? See, I had to tell him, I said, see, brother, watch what you say, dude, because you sound stupid when you talk. That's not true. That's a disservice to our fellow Christians overseas, dude. That's a disservice to them, boy. Now, we don't want you protected by the blood of God. Like I said, you protected by the blood of the Lamb, but I said, that don't mean that nothing can't happen to you. Some people are just in more unfortunate situations and circumstances than us. I told him, I said, so, bro, everybody that died go to hell. Is that what you trying to say? Everybody that dies in this world ain't Christian? You telling me that everybody that died is in hell right now? Is that what you trying to say? You see how you talk when you don't know, man? Only a Negro does this stuff, boy. Only a Negro think they know. And that's what happens when you presume to know. Exactly, Mike. But see, Mike, they don't know that, dude. They don't know that. They just talk. That's why they be wanting to be the ones who want to judge everybody until they get judged. It ain't funny. That's why I said, see, it's funny when they gonna talk on you, and then when you talk on them, it ain't funny no more. I said, it's always them type people. See, you said this, you did this, but let's look at what you said and what you did. The same people tried to make a video on Darby one time back in 2014. I remember that crystal clear as day, boy. 2014, somebody wanted to make a video of him because he let one of the women get up and preach. Talking about, see, his ministry ain't real. He let women preach. And this nigga was in a Greek fraternity. Daddy did research on this idiot. He's in a Greek fraternity. Got himself on video getting branded. He's part of a paganistic ritual. But he's trying to tell him that his church ain't real because some woman preaching. Only a Negro. Only a Negro. Nobody else. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying now? Those are the ones that the Bible said beware of them. Idiots. And then y'all see why I taunt and troll them. I taunt and troll every last one of them. Oh my God, I'm gonna taunt and troll them so hard, boy, they're gonna hurt themselves. Them niggas is weird. They gonna hurt themselves. They gonna make their mind overthink too hard, bro, trying to figure out how they gonna get at me because they so stupid, dude. Like that's so dumb. These are the ones that people be listening to. I'm like, boy, I don't listen to not a Negro, man. My whole life I ain't listening to you Negroes. And I said, my life is so much better than you. That's why you live in Mississippi now, you old weird Negro. Yeah, I'm gonna keep taunting y'all. Believe me, time is definitely not over. I got a lot more time to do. That's why I say anybody over here that's weird, throw them, get them. Anybody that's weird now, I'm going after you. You run your mouth, I'm coming after you, bro. I'm tired of people like that. This compares to the most unexpected places like Chicago. Exactly, dude. That's why I tell people, I said, bro, you do know death is all over the world, bro. It ain't just in one city. So you do know Christ died for everybody, bro, not just one people. You do understand that, right? They said, well, now see, the tribes are important. And I said, yep, and so is the Gentile, because the Gentile was the one that actually loved God the most because they cared about God. They're lucky to get, they're just happy to be able to get in on the grace, man. Imagine a person that you already know you accepted to the dinner party, so you don't care. You're gonna show up at 6:30 when the party show up at 6. But a person that ain't got no family, that live in that city, like Thanksgiving coming up, they ain't got no family here. And somebody says, hey man, you welcome to the cookout too. They're gonna show up at 6 o'clock. They're gonna be happy that they was even able to be invited to that because they're not even family. Imagine a random person they just invite, like, hey, well, you friend, you like the friend of the family, so we consider you family. They're gonna take that cookout more serious than somebody that actually is family. Uncle and auntie them and cousin them gonna show up like 6 hours late. While that person that's lucky to be in on that, they gonna show up on time. That's why Jesus kept having to give parables, man. He said the ones that he invited to the dinner party, they never showed up. So he went and got a whole bunch of random people to show up. And the one that was supposed to be there earlier tried to show up. Then he said, nah, get him out, get him out, get him out, get him out. He doesn't appreciate it. You know why he kept having to give parables, man? Because of these fools. The ones you see now. The Hebrew Israelites in the world. Sorry about that, y'all. Daggone phone just messed up again. It's always something with this phone, boy. So yeah, man. That's why I said when you get through life, bro, the way to live is just to be real. Just be real. You gonna start a channel, man, be real. Nobody likes people that's fake. Don't do that stuff. Dang, why does this thing keep doing this? Hold on, bro. Yeah, it's just like it's weird, bro. Hold on, y'all. This thing always unplugs itself. I can't stand this thing. Is this thing dead? Hold on. No, it's still alive. Let's see if it works. I have to charge this thing up, but it's all over the place. Stop. Oh, this is wires all over the place, dude. Dang. There we go. There we go. Bruh, it's not that, bruh. It's just it's like a dead zone. Even if you had an Android, I think you have it's like a dead zone over here. Like every now and then the signal cut off. You see, y'all lame, dude. Where those with the Android, thou cannot be trusted. And that's why I said I'm like, bro, when you see this type of stuff, that's silly. When you see this type of stuff, that's why I said I'm like, bro, like I just learned to be real. Because guess how many more people can relate with you when you say that? If I was to tell people, I said, no, I never smoked, I never cussed, I never did anything wrong, I never talked to other women, I never did. Like, if I keep saying that, you're going to be like, bro, he's pretty two shoes. You're going to be like, nah, something off with him. Like, something just, he just don't even seem legit. You know what I'm saying? And although people, it's good not to have a testimony, but not everybody going to respect you. They're going to be like, because again, you can't reach the people that really need to be reached. So they're going to be like, oh, you don't know what it's like. You know what I'm saying? But when I tell you, I said, yeah, I still came from a 2-parent household, but we still lived in the hood, dude. We still had to associate with life there because we lived there. Our churches was always in the hood, dude. We went through struggle. We know what it's like to be broke. We know what it's like to not have nothing. When you talk like that, see, people can relate to that. They can relate to those type of things, dude. It wasn't all sweet. We had to deal with weirdos too. We had to deal with Negroes too. We had a fight going to school. We had a fight on the property, man. Bro, me and Joe used to fight all the time, dude. It was not sweet because of where we was. You had to fight. They were going to try you and mess with you, man. If you didn't, they think you sweet. They going to try to run your stuff, dude. We lived around violence, man. We lived around murder. It's just how it was. That's literally how we did, bro. Come on. So although it wasn't the worst, it was still something that we had to endure, man. And that's why people will come over and respect me talking because, again, like they understand where you're coming from. That's why I said, y'all see me on this channel, bro. Have I ever got on here talking about holier than thou? Have I ever did that? No, I never did that. I told you I don't even be trying to bring up Bible verses, but like I said, it's like he bringing your remembrance when you're talking about a certain topic or a certain point, bro. So it just comes out. So when people come over, they was like, oh, well, I could never imagine you doing. I said, yeah, because you see me now, dude. We all wasn't the same. You run into people now, you wouldn't even know they was murderers at one point because they changed their life. You wouldn't know that, but at that time they was the biggest game bangers in the world. You would have never known that. Everybody, see, but you couldn't tell because I changed. If I still kept getting on her, man, blankety blank and mother this and mother that, like you would be like, bro, he ain't changed, he ain't real. But because, like I said, you start to change, you change the way that you talk. You change the way that you cuss. You change the way that you act. You know what I'm saying? And again, I ain't knocking nobody. Like I said, it's not. I don't knock people, man. I don't care about that stuff, man. I told you, I'm not offended or sensitive about it. You know what I'm saying? It's just, you know. But I'm saying you start to see change, though. You feel me? So, dude, that's why I said it just is what it is. Shit. So yeah, man, I ain't with all that. I ain't with all that. So it's whatever. So yeah, like I said, I just keep it real and authentic over here, man. And that's why y'all watch me and follow me. You know what I'm saying? Now, does that mean we talk about everything we did and been through? No, we don't. You know what I'm saying? That's why I was trying to tell this whole alien grade that was sitting there trying to make people talk about they sexual desires and sins. I'm just like, bro, even if that was a thing to talk about, everybody's not comfortable with doing that. And I said, that's everybody else's journey to deal with, bro. That's not for you to know. Everybody doesn't need to know that, man. Because I'm like, bro, that's a very graphic, lewd thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to understand, if everybody's dealing with that, and you're explaining all the graphic, lewd stuff that you did, bro, people are already freaks. So they already fathom them in their mind, like, oh, yeah, that girl, she a nasty girl. You know what I'm saying? That's what people start thinking, like, oh, yeah, girl, he throw it down. That's what he talking about. And all you're going to do is just stir it up between each other. Now everybody gonna be DMing each other. You feel me? So I said that's definitely not a group discussion to have, dude. You talk about that with your local pastor or your local leader or your therapist or whoever you go to. Talk about it with God, somebody you can trust to talk to. I said, but the whole world don't need to know that, man. Now, when you come out, when you get better or whatever you do, you know what I'm saying? If you want to go on tour and tell people like, hey, you know, I was once that before, okay, fine. But I'm like, right now in front of everybody, people don't need to hear that. They don't need to know that. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing, like I said, if somebody, like I said, they not gay no more, do you want to hear all the lewd acts they used to do? Of course not. You ain't trying to hear how he was P. Diddy and foods. Like, we don't want to hear that. Like, bro, look, okay, it was good, you don't do it no more, but we are not trying to hear that. I do not want to hear how you get graphic. That's not something I want to hear. So, yeah. So yeah, as I said, it goes back to just like I said, respect the Discord, respect the community. Don't be a fanboy and don't be deep. Don't do that stuff. Just be cool. Now, we finna get up off of here so we can go holler at each other in the Discord. Is you ready or is you ready? I did say at 9 o'clock, it's 9:02. See, I'm not on time. Not on time either. If y'all still down for it tonight, if so, like I said, we can do it tomorrow. So whatever, it's up to y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to let y'all do most of the talking on there anyways because, you know, I've been talking for like 3 hours now almost. So I'm just going to let y'all get on there and talk. I'm going to just be in the background listening while I still make a little conversation. So if y'all ready for it, let's get it going. I'll set the link or whatever, or you know, I'll start the chat, whatever. But, yeah. So I told you I wasn't really going to be in here that long. Just kind of, you know, breaking the bread, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, let's get it going. You know what I mean? So, is there anything else that people have to say or have to discuss before I get off here? Anything else y'all want to add or what? Like, speak now or forever hold your peace. Because, like I said, I ain't going to be on here all day. So, what we got? We got 28%, man. This battery, bro, is quick, bro. So I'm about to get off now. I have to work. Okay, well, you have a good night. Catch you later. Another time for sure. So. Who's even still here? I got my original people here because, like I said, when we get off, we're going to go talk. So, like I said, we can get off here now and go talk if y'all want. So, if y'all want me to stay a little bit, I'll stay a little bit. But if y'all want to start talking now, we can go talk now. So, whatever. Well, shoot. I'm hungry again, so I want to go eat. So, like I said, I'm gonna be eating in the background while I'm talking to y'all. So if y'all don't hear me for a minute, I'm trying not to pass out on here. I'm not tired, but you know, I ain't never fell asleep on Discord yet. I usually just leave. So yeah, we'll go get that going, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here. And like I said, if y'all got that link, join the chat, bro. Go ahead and join the chat. We can chop it up and get to break some bread. You feel me? Throw some jokes, whatever. But other than that, man, we out this mug. About to get up off of here. And yeah, that's pretty much it, bro. All right, people. I better see y'all over there. Y'all fired. You know that's right. All right, I'll go start it, y'all. Goodbye. Good night.